This is the Simpit. I'm your host, Shaun Cole, and welcome to this month's edition of Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday. And I'm here joined by a cast of characters for today's event. And they are indeed characters, and if you've been here for Hotlap Humpday before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But we do have some new voices, some same old faces, some new voices. Before we get too far along, I just want to welcome to the show, I think he's still here. Frank Rico, are you here?
I am here.
Frank Rico from Miami area. I was going to say Miami. You're not in Miami, but...
Greater Miami area, yes.
Hosting
Close
our
enough.
event once again. We're, what, 3/4 of the way through the year now. So,
Yeah.
getting down to crunch time towards another full year of Hotlap Humpdays. I just wanted to thank you for hosting these great events. It's something the third Wednesday of every month I'm always looking forward to. And throughout the show, I will be showing off the Ricmotech headquarters there in the Miami area. How you doing, Frank?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing pretty well myself. I'm looking forward to... I like these time trial events. As much as, we race all the time, something about going against the clock has just sort of a different feeling. And, we just had the Olympics and everything was on the clock, right? Everything came down to milliseconds. And so, yeah, I like time trial events, so I'm pretty psyched for today. And I think today's car choice is a level the playing field kind of car. So I think everybody has a shake. We're at Summit Point Motorsport Park in the Scca Spec Racer Ford. Also with me, you can see him on camera. There he is over there. I switched cameras around today. Robby Unser. How are you today, Robby?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. Have you done the Mount Washington Hillclimb yet?
I keep getting asked. No, I actually just bought it, so I'll figure it out here in a little bit.
I just got it myself. I have not done it, and as soon as the Formula V came out, I thought this thing just yank the engine and send it down the hill, right? It's just like a soapbox derby car. And so I'm like, yeah, and that's what people are doing with Washington. It's not just going up; it's soapbox derbying the Formula V down the hill too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that as well.
I've never done it in real life, so I don't know it. Do you know what I'm saying necessarily?
Oh yeah.
So
I plan on going off the mountain several times.
yeah, I am excited for him to get Pikes Peak if that ever happens. But
as soon as it came out, I thought I hope that's next, right? I hope.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Now I heard, I don't know this, that Sony owns the rights to Pikes Peak. Booth
Could
says
be.
you can't hear me. You can't hear me at all, or you can't hear me. You know why? Because my mic got bumped way over there. Let's see if we can do something about this. Let's see if that makes a difference. That, amazing mic placement. And I think it's low, so I'm going to crank it up as well. You guys can turn me down. Thank you very much for the mic check there, everybody. All right. Also with us today, the voice of, you can see his image there, and that's Brian Highcotter with us today. Brian, how you doing?
Good, John. How's it going?
It's going well. I watched you last month, and you kept talking about how I haven't been sim racing at all, and you have not missed a step, it seems, since your last time. Have you been racing since? What have you been doing in the last month?
A little bit. Yeah, I've raced, did a little bit of real-life racing in Colorado, actually. And I'm going back there tomorrow for ZCon to check out the new Z, which is going to be a lot of fun. As for sim racing, I did one esports event with SRO last weekend, and that's kind of been it.
Awesome.
So,
speaking of Z-Fest, you know anyone who wants to buy a 240Z? No, I'm kidding.
me?
Oh, I got a
Need
beauty.
a bigger garage first.
Oh, and then filling in for Kevin Ford. Kevin Ford is off doing real life announcing, I think, or pro league announcing, I should call it. Filling in for him. He's been here before, and he's here today to call the action and, unlike Kevin Ford, actually get out on track and turn some laps himself, I believe, or we've seen him do that in the past. Jeff Jacobs, how you doing, Jeff?
Hey, absolutely. Thanks so much, Shaun. Glad to be here.
Awesome. Thank you for filling in. And I always like, again, it's fun because we get a little more of the driver perspective when you're the guy on the mic. So are you going to be able to turn laps today?
Absolutely. Looking forward to getting out there, and especially with this new updated Spec Racer Ford. Should be a lot of fun. And look, Summit Point, Is there a pure definition of the SCCA club racing track? You know, the folks there, Washington, D.C. region SCCA, they run some great races there. Big fields of Spec Miata, big fields of Spec Racer Ford. So there we are. Should be good.
I agree. You know, we ran the Formula V, not to keep beating up on the Formula V. We ran here a couple weeks ago, and I was thinking the same thing the whole time. You know, I run at a track that that Brian will know well, Buttonwillow. I run at Buttonwillow, is now maybe my home track. Kind of odd to say that because it used to be more prestigious tracks. But Buttonwillow is the track that I find myself at more than anywhere, and it is, again, the epitome of like an SCCA track. And, you know, it's just... It's different. It's different than being at what I would say, quote unquote, an international track. So perfectly suited car track combo, and it should be a lot of fun. And I think I've almost talked myself out of talking at this point with my very long-winded. But I do know one thing I have not covered, which is the password. What password? How do you get in and join us? So if you'd like to be a competitor on Hotlap Humpday, it's always the third Wednesday of every month at this time, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And the password today, and going in, nobody knows the car or track till we got here. Literally, as I was setting up the stream, I was informed the car and track that I was going to be doing it, so nobody gets any unfair advantage. We time trial or qualify for 2.5 hours, and then we usually have 2 different races with our top 8, top 10, top 12, whatever, usually whatever Kevin decides, and it's probably been predetermined by the settings of the room, which I haven't looked at yet. But if you want to join, just go to the hosted section. Because we're already under qualifying, and it's not just this league, it's any league that you're going to run with. Once things are in qualifying, you can still join, but you have to join through the new user interface. You can't use the old interface. You have to go to the new user interface. It's still under the hosted section, hosted by Frank Rico, or look it up by Summit Point, or by the car, that being the SCCA, Spec Ford. Any of those will get you in here. The password is Spec Racer. One word, no caps, no spaces. Spec Racer. And anyone and everybody is welcome to come join us tonight. And anybody who takes the top spot will then be eligible for the end of the year. It's sort of like almost like NASCAR rules. You need to win your way into the championship battle. So everybody's lobbying for a top spot, get themselves secured. I lucked into a top spot by finishing second in a race where the winner had already won their way in. So I am into that final grid, so I am here for bragging rights tonight, or because I still want a Ricmotech shirt. You know, I've got myself into the championship, but I have yet to win an event and win myself a shirt. So trying to do it the hard way, and that's my intention. And almost time for me to get on track. Any other final words from any of you guys?
Well, you're right, Shaun. Tonight we're going to take the top 12 in qualifying into that feature race. So we're looking forward to that. Folks have plenty of time to get out there, get some practice in, and put down a fast lap.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Jeff Audio, is Jeff, I'm just checking in with our audience. Is Jeff coming in a little too hot for you guys, or just on my end?
It's muffled on my end.
It's muffled and echoed at the same time.
What the?
Interesting. All right, we'll keep working with that and see if we can improve the sound quality on the microphone there.
It's a really interesting effect you've got going on, that's for sure. So, all right, you know what? I cannot drive. I can't drive, you guys. Where am I?
I'm having trouble too. Frank, what's the thing to get this sim on all 3 screens full? What do I hit again?
Oh, Alt Enter.
Alt
Okay.
Enter.
The reason I can't drive
Okay.
is because I don't have my gloves on, and I don't touch this Momo suede. I've ruined enough of them. I'm done doing that.
Wow, this is really weird. So on my left screen, Frank, like on the front of it, so just past the divider, I got this big old weird spot where I can't see the car or the trees or the track. That's weird.
Okay, I'm.
I don't even know what to say. I've never seen this. Like literally, you know, like if you're looking just past the seam into the left monitor.
Uh-huh.
For the first 3 inches of the monitor, I can't see the car. What the hell? That's weird. Uh-oh. I have no idea, dude.
You want to point your webcam at it? Let's see if we can figure out what's going on.
Oh, hold on a second. Okay, you see that glitch there? Whoa. Hold on a second. I'm gonna have to this camera up under here.
Oh.
Turn, baby, turn.
Son of a bitch.
All right, I can.
All right, so I'm looking. All right, you see how you can't see the car there?
Yeah, it's like
Right
iRacing
here?
is not rendering part of the car.
And all the way up here. So let me show you as I drive. You see how it takes the trees out there? But what's even odder is why is my camera backwards? Like that's saying it's my right monitor, you know what I mean? But anyway, do you see what I mean?
Yep.
So that's a new one.
I can't hear my car.
I would say a restart is required.
Okay. That's
Uh-oh.
kind of what I was. Yeah, right? Okay, a restart.
So someone's saying remove SPS and re-enable again, or just distance.
Wait, remove what? Is that in options?
I'm trying to do too many things here.
SPS, you said?
Yeah.
SPS is not checked on my display. I have SMP.
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
they
the
said
hell that is.
they said remove SPS, so it sounds like that wasn't on.
Right? Yeah, okay, and getting out of the car and back in the car doesn't change it. Alright, I'll be back.
All right.
Well, Shaun, we've started things off. 13 participants already in the session, and a few of them turning in times. A 1 minute 21 second lap is our top time so far. Andrus is leading the way there, the number 99 car. Alan McLeod in second right now on a 22.3, so Andrus sitting there with a 1 second lead as folks still, I think, kind of learning and sorting things out.
Jeff, do you have a cover on your mic?
No cover on it. It's still coming through kind of muffled, huh?
Yeah, it almost sounds like a massive vibration that's like super constant.
Interesting. Okay, I'll keep working on that.
All right, everybody out there in viewer land, can you hear my car?
User left your channel.
Oh, come on.
User was moved out of your channel.
So the front end on this car is worthless, just so you know. Just my initial thoughts and memories or observations is this car has no front grip.
So it's really the same as the back, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but like the back seems to like kinda does what I expect. The front just doesn't do anything.
Is this that car in real life has no sway bar?
Yeah, we did this before.
Oh, God. My hand?
Alright, I gotta check in with Booth there. It's very quiet, but that stops Jeff. Oh, I see. So if you adjust, wait, I don't know. So I think I can adjust my car independently. Oh, the other thing from my recent set is I didn't fix the color on my camera. Looks like. Alright, starting to get comfortable with the car. Or at least kind of remember its behavior. Now we need to hit some marks, though. Come on, thank you. Two wheels off doesn't help under braking.
I can hear your car on the deal.
You can?
Huh?
Alright. And I have to just tolerate it. Oh. Locking up the brakes.
Why does it do that?
Now, in all fairness, I believe this car is what, like late 60s or something? I don't know the era. I need my stat man.
They haven't changed it for 100 years, so it could be. I think it first came out with a horse in front of it. First model, anyway.
It's the one.
Are you down far enough to even see your steering? God.
No, I'm above the car. Like, I feel like I'm 7 foot.
I mean, yeah. The height here, I got to be down almost 2 inches to feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be.
This is one of those cars that every time I get in it makes me think I have the field of view wrong for my game. Did I just call it a game? Oh, I probably just really upset about it.
Still doing it. So that didn't fix nothing. Went out, went in, Frank. Got no sound. Oh, I swear to God. Well, does anyone else have any ideas what's wrong with my sim?
I didn't see what it was doing. I was selfishly driving.
I don't even know how to explain it. I wouldn't know what to say.
Frank would be the one. I mean, if I were having a problem, that's who I'd call. Oh,
yeah,
I need to drop
it's
second gear there.
User joined your channel.
Well, Shaun, I'm back. Hopefully that audio is improved.
Oh, there it is. That's beautiful. Yes.
You know, it's that whole magic thing where they tell you, you call up the cable companies, hey, it's not working. They're like, well, did you unplug the box and plug it back in again? Or we just turned off TeamSpeak, turned it back on. It's all working great.
Wow, what a trip. Yeah, no, yeah, beautiful. Sounds beautiful now. All right, now I'm going to adjust my. We're all having little technical difficulties, which I guess that happens when you're trying to do this many things, this many people.
Hey, sure.
I mean, we haven't even heard the kind of problems Brian may or may not. He's been very quiet, which means.
Well, that's because he's been concentrating instead of on his audio and other fancy stuff. He's just been putting himself at the top of the leaderboard, a 120.0. So if you want to lead the way here tonight, you're going to have to break into the 119s at this point. Paul Barnett, second fastest time right now, a 120.2. Andrew is still our early leader, and he's sitting on a 120.3. So everybody's still out there learning.
Okay. Yeah, I have some work to do here myself. All right, now that you've done that, I am going to make a quick audio adjustment. Let's see where I have my iRacing turned all the way down to nothing. It's because I was in a very loud car recently. All right, now I can hear.
Perfect. Hey, well, the other thing is for folks who have just jumped onto the live stream there, we should make sure you know that your password for this evening, Spec Racer, in all lowercase letters. Spec Racer is all one word. Will get you into the session. You're going to have to log in through the new UI and just look for us at
Brian.
Spec Racer Ford.
Oh, my God.
Tonight.
Okay.
think
What I
found
get
the
for
black
looking
hole on
in
the
my,
outside Summit Point.
Yeah. I'm looking at you try to pass me and I totally drove off the road. I can't see over there. I don't know what's... I got a little blank spot on my sim. I don't know what's going on.
Literally black?
Well, no, it just flips different crap. I mean... Those blank blue trees... I don't know.
Did you update graphics drivers recently or anything?
Yeah, I did all that, or thought I did.
Well, maybe that's the problem. Can you roll
I-
back to an earlier version?
Is your desktop
I
app
wouldn't even know. No, it
was-
seems normal.
in Windows when you're just logging in? It's everything's
Yeah.
normal. All right.
Yeah.
So it didn't screw up your surround sound in general.
No. No, it's not sound. It's just that one part of the screen, I should say. And it definitely is an iRacing thing. You know what I mean? It's... Seems to be rendering weird. Yeah.
Hi, Izzy.
Like giving me a headache through the S's. Even on the main screen. Weird. I don't know.
That is really weird. I'm
Yeah,
not.
it's all blurry. When I've actually got to turn a corner, everything gets kind of blurry on me. Oh, I don't know.
We need Frank to jump in your system. Oh!
Right on the edge of the track, just got a little bit of dirt there.
These fronts, man, they do nothing. Ooh, I'll follow Brian. I can't keep up. Am I not getting full throttle? Oh, it's John G. Hill, my buddy.
Go ahead, John. I'm on full tires. Whoops, you can't hear me.
Oh.
Didn't hit the button.
I smashed him. That was kind of.
Well, I figured out how Brian's going so fast. He's driving around the inside of the track there down in turn 1.
Gotta cool off the tires in the grass, right?
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead, Robbie. I better let you go. You can't see me anyway.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll wreck either you or you'll wreck into me when I wreck myself or one of those deals. I have no idea what gear.
I don't either. And I'm still dealing with the twitchiness, so I'm driving the car funny.
Like, what is this? Is this third?
I'm in 5th. This, I'm in 2nd.
Yeah, see, I can't see that whole fucking graphic. Oh, fuck this thing.
Robbie, let's
Oh, there's Frank.
let's move to a different channel. Yeah, let's move to a different channel and see if we can figure this out for you.
Okay.
User was moved out of your channel. User left your channel.
Gotta figure out the downshifting to keep the rear end settled. Definitely jumping the rear end of the car. Hey, Double Clutch, how you doing? There we go. That felt better. Still don't even know what to do at each corner and moment, though. Whoa, whoa. Grip. I'm not running with my Delta. Where's my Delta? Can I help you? Hey, Beckley. Oh. Yeah, I am. Actually, yeah, I am running a Simucube today. I just realized I'm gonna have to go to air conditioning mode, which means we're gonna have to do a whole nother mic check. Looks like Robby's figuring out his triple screen in iRacing. I see him with the measuring tape measuring. Yes, Mount Washington is available for purchase. Come on. Oh! Oh! We got the dreaded reset. Hope to join soon. Frito, you are going to need the password then. The password is Spec Racer. We are under qualifying. It's a 2.5-hour qualifying session. So that gives you plenty of time to get out here and post lap and make it into our top 12 for our final event of the night. Beyond that, the password is Spec Racer. Look under the hosted section on the new UI. That's why I mentioned we were under qualifying. You will need to use the new UI to make your way into here. Password is Spec Racer. We are at Summit Point Motorsport Park in the Spec Racer Ford. Woo! Wow! Wow! What up, buddy? Beckley, I believe they're charging $14.95 for Mount Washington. And that is something I've definitely heard a little bit of fight back on that price from a few people. Every time it comes up, actually, I've heard people say, oh, that seems kind of expensive. But you have to also think, I think it's like, what, 7.5 miles long? So I'm not sure what you need to... Do you charge by the mile? Do you charge by the amount of items in a track? I'm not sure. It'll be good to have you back. I love these. These are particular fun. Now, I got to get faster. I'm currently sitting 6. Oh, okay, so let's... Where's my Delta? Let's turn that on. I don't have a button mapped. I don't know what I have it mapped for, so... We'll just, just make that D for now. That should work. I notice all my menus are not where they normally are for the sake of racing streams. I'm going to move things just a little bit. While we are on a pause here, any changes? Audio, video, mix? Everything looking good, you guys? All right, that looks good. Yeah, I think so too, Booth. I think that's what people aren't taking into consideration. It's like, well, you know, what's the mile? How long is a lap here at Summit?
Totally sorry, Andrew.
User
Okay,
was
thank
moved to
you.
your channel. User joined your channel.
All right, so Robby is back.
All right, awesome. That was quick.
Yeah.
So we were guessing it was iRacing, triple screen, and bezel compensation.
It was the numbers, yeah.
We saw you with
I
the
don't
tape
know.
measure.
Frank
Yeah.
fixed it.
It had some wonky numbers in for the sizes of the monitors. Something happened there, and
Oh. Wow, if you stab the brake, you can get it to grip the front. I mean, do you have to, like, drag the brake to get front grip?
I don't know. I haven't made but one damn lap. And it sucked.
It'll be a little easier now without, you know, like sections of the screen disappearing on you and.
Yeah, well, but the problem is now I have no damn excuse. Or at least I could call my sim's retarded now, the driver's retarded. Oh man.
Come on.
Hmm. All right.
I make my own line. Hey, Brandon, how you doing, buddy?
Uh-uh.
16 drivers in our session already, and man, look at top of the field now. Andres Slisans, say that fast 3 times, right? Andres leading the way at a 19.1. So man, start off with folks running low 20s. He's moved it into the low 19s. Mr. Morano there, 19.3. He's not too far behind, about 2/10 back. Brian still battling with those guys, 19.4. So we'll see. Looks like maybe high 18s the next challenge for these drivers.
Oh, I got a lot of work to do. Well, Brandon, I'm assuming you're at a point where getting rained out is great.
Shaun, your microphone may be a little sensitive, and it's kicking on when other people are talking and feeding back.
That might cure it.
Okay,
I think you guys are on my headset mic. The stream is on the other mic, so it's not happening there. But you guys, yeah.
Okay, so it's just us that are getting the feedback, but yeah, it's better now.
Okay.
So we picked this for Elvis. He's not going to come?
Elvis, come out and play.
I don't know. Maybe did school restart this week for Elvis? I don't know.
Oh yeah, could be. Could be. Alright, I gotta get a good lap. Not a very good turn 1.
Or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. I don't know how many are on this damn thing.
Beckley, the Summit Point is a free track, that I know. I think. I said I know. I think. But the Spec, I don't know. Is that a free? I think it's a free car, free track.
I think
Could
that's
be.
right.
What kind of settings am I running on my Newton meters? In game or in settings? DC. Oh, I'm sweating up a storm now, but things are feeling good. I'm running higher force feedback than I'd like. Yeah, both are free, so anyone can join us today. Free, free, free. All you got to do is get into the hosted section on the new UI, look for a room hosted by Frank Rico of Ricmotech, and password is Spec Racer. One word, no spaces, no caps. Spec Racer. Yeah, I don't recall buying it either, Brandon. I think it is free. And DC, let's see. Let's look at it. I don't recall what my settings are. I'm using the known settings. I can't remember who it is. There's like a known settings that most people tend to go to when running a Simucube. So let's see here. I am running overall strength 100% and actual maximum torque of 25 Newton meters. They're different. How do I describe it? The AccuForce is a much more active wheel, I feel. The Simucube drives very much like the Podium. It drives very much like a Bodner. Brandon, that is my biggest gripe of their steering wheel. The shifters don't click. I'm glad to hear they work though, because I literally just replaced the switches on that one. I didn't even get to try it, but I knew I had brand new switches and I put them in right. But they use a mechanism that doesn't click, and I don't like it. In fact, that's why I like magnetic shifters. Because it's no mistaken you've clicked something. Alright, I am going to drop my force feedback though. That's one of the reasons I'm sweating. I had it really high because I was filming footage of this rig and testing. And I wanted it on high force feedback to see if I could get any wiggle out of the wheel deck. So now it's time to kind of put it back. I'm not known, I don't like, look, it's only at 2.2. Go down to 1.9 and see if that feels better.
I figured you'd use a high force feedback because you wanted to bring out, like, you know, the rippling muscles in your arm for the...
No, I'm over that. I'm too old for that. All right, Kalen, we got to get back out there. If you're just behind me, we both need to work harder. Let's go. I was going to take a little break, but... Oh, here comes Robby. Perfect. Let's go, Robby. Except I'm really terrible in turn 1.
Well, whatever.
Oh, late. Oh. Is Frank on the stream? He is periodically.
I am right now.
Oh, Brandon was at. You know Brandon.
Yes.
Brandon was asking if you were around.
Hey, Brandon, how you doing?
Well done, Caleb. Oh, this car does have a 6th gear. That differential is not working very well.
I'm pretty sure it's an open diff,
Yep.
which I think explains a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, so Brandon, here, hold on, let me answer that question for you.
Upgraded box for the AccuForce.
Yeah, well, a sandwich plate. I mean, we haven't really come up with the right terminology for. Fanatic calls it a universal hub. Does that work? You know, Fanatic's products. So the question is, if you have a direct drive, essentially what Brandon's asking is, if you have a direct drive wheel that has a quick release, which means 9 out of 10 times that means a 70 millimeter bolt pattern. So that's where you are. You have a ready to accept 70 millimeter bolt pattern quick release sitting on a direct drive wheel. What do you put on it? And, you know, obviously nowadays we see answers that are $3,500. No joke. I've seen $3,500 steering wheels that you can do. Now, Frank has a few options because ultimately any wheel, if it's not being plugged into the wheel itself, it's a USB device, making it basically a button box. You know, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's really just a button box that's sandwiched between the wheel and the quick release.
Yeah. So Brandon's asking what options, because Brandon has an AccuForce and he hates their steering wheel, but he means everything from the quick release to the driver.
Right. So Brandon, if you want to
I used to run
upgrade,
so this right here. Sorry, Frank.
Yep.
Well, I gotta pull out the SimuCube pin. This right here is one of the options. I don't think he makes this exact one. Frank, I'm holding your, what you called it, a mod 31 something, I think.
so that's a Momo mod 29. I'm sorry, mod 27 rim. It's fitted onto a Thrustmaster hub. And then that's back when I made a conversion to make it fit a 70 millimeter, which I don't do anymore.
Oh, all right. So this is an old one.
So that's an old one. And then you have Frankensteined it a bit.
Yeah, oh, look, I tried to show you last. See my little, it's hard to see because of the lighting, but that's a little shifter knob now for their directional pad. It's a little...
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. And then it has an SP logo and my paddle shifters for the Formula Rim. This one originally, when you sent it to me, was for the large round wheel.
Okay.
Which I wore out.
Yeah.
To a point of embarrassment. Okay, so... Anyway, okay, so what are your options? Brandon's asking. I don't mind.
Yep.
Here, I'll actually, after you do it, I'll play the commercial.
Okay.
But
So so Brandon, so if you want to replace the wheel altogether, you could just take the quick release off of it and get rid of the rest, and then you can use any of our direct drive wheels. So anything that says is made for direct drive, you'll be able to attach to the quick release. If you want to preserve the one you have, we carry NRG quick releases, which are 100% compatible. So you would just get one of those, and that way you have a second wheel to attach. The The biggest difference is going to be the AccuForce wheel uses a telephone cable, the telephone style coiled cable with a little telephone connector that plugs into the base. Anything else that you use, anything from us, definitely will have a coiled USB cable. So you would use just a USB extension, or we have a USB dock that you could screw on underneath your wheel deck to have a nice handy place to plug in the cable, and then that will ultimately go to the PC. And you would do all your shifting and everything from there.
That's essentially what I'm doing.
I hate this fucking car.
It's taking me a moment to get used to it. So
You gotta be so smooth with it, in my opinion. You know, and it's carrying the momentum, you know, through those corners, getting the car, you know, slowed down just enough to get it pointed in the right trajectory. But man, then you can just kind of flow right through them, kind of carry the speed and bury the throttle off the corner.
I'm finding my mistakes are mostly braking related right now. Because I'm trying to find out how much to bring back my trail braking to get grip, but coming from heavy braking but not locking up, I'm not finding that exact point very well yet. Yeah, Frank, Brandon, exactly. That's what Frank is awesome. You're welcome, Frank. You've been thanked for your info from Brandon.
Yep.
I'm sure you're gonna be.
You're welcome.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a cool down. I'm going to turn on my air conditioning while I walk away, give my room a couple minutes of cool down. I'll turn off my camera and audio, and I'm going to go ahead and play the Ricmotech commercial. When we return, I'll have my main camera following the most exciting, and of course you'll be able to see Robby and hear what's going on for Brian and Jeff there as well. So I'll be right back, everybody. Take a quick break. Let's see, that's this one.
Well, I'll tell you what, most exciting right at the moment is Brian Highcotter, and I'm not talking about the spin that he just had. I'm talking about his time. He has brought it down into the 118s. 118.873, our top time out there on track at the moment. Yeah, moving right along.
It seems like the car gets faster and faster the more laps you turn.
Yeah, 19 drivers in here so far, so good participation, and it's still early, only 53 minutes into 2.5 hour qualifying time, and then tonight we're going to take the top 12 into a two-heat sort of feature race. The first race will be 15 minutes long, and then we take the 12 drivers into race number 2, where the top 9 will be inverted. And so the winner of heat number 1 will start in 9th, and the person who finished 9th will start on the pole for the second race. So looking forward to that. Just a little over an hour and 45 minutes from now. Well, Shaun's away on his cool down break. Frank, are you still here with us?
I am.
Frank, I'm sure you all are looking forward to things cooling off a little bit there in Miami. Got to be in the middle of the summer, a little bit warm down there. But I was wondering, anything you want to highlight for us at Ricmotech, either maybe a little something in the works or something you just launched. And as folks are kind of thinking about their winter and fall racing series coming up, what kind of equipment should they be looking for?
Well, we're working on some improvements on some of our existing products, namely our pedals, our GT Pro pedals are going to have some improvements that should be a welcome improvement for a lot of people. Some nice features added to it and some additional options available for them. That I'm not going to go into detail yet about exactly what it is, but eye out for that.
Awesome. Oh, that's terrific.
Also starting next season on iRacing, we're going to be sponsoring the LMP2 series. The LMP2 Prototype Challenge will now be the Ricmotech LMP2 Prototype Challenge, and we're going to be giving away some button boxes to drivers that run our logo in various official series. Be looking out for that as well. That'll be pretty equipment.
Awesome. That is great. Well, I know there were a lot of challenges there for a while with, of course, the chips being on back order, the video cards being in high demand, and I think we were talking a little bit before the broadcast about maybe some of the backlogs starting to allow you to get caught up on things, and so I'm sure that was quite the challenge, but it's good to be back on track again.
Yeah, I think things are getting back on track slowly, but yeah, there are still some supply chain issues, material shortages, just like there are with every industry. But slowly those are being corrected.
And the new shop, you had an opportunity while things were kind of shut down to move over to the new location. How's that working out for you?
Well, our new location is great for us. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to have any of these Hotlap events live over here yet. One of the biggest reasons is because of shortages. I don't have all the displays functional, so it wouldn't help anybody out if we had a live event here and we didn't have all the simulators running. So that's been holding us back. And then, we're still being cautious with the pandemic. And so we're going to hold off a little bit. So kind of both of those reasons we're holding off. But I'd love to be able to the event live here current with the online event.
Absolutely. Yeah, that would be terrific. Be nice. One of the things that for folks who maybe haven't tried a direct drive wheel yet, or haven't used one of yours, Frank, I know when I switched over to the mini direct drive that you sell, and then sort of had to learn that the Sim Experience software. And one of the things that was really helpful was that you were supplying some of the pre-built wheel configurations and so forth that Brian helped you out with, and I wanted to see if you'd maybe comment a little bit on that teamwork.
Yeah, that's something that when Brian was spending some time down here in Miami and hanging out here at the shop, he worked on putting some profiles together. So he probably put in 40 to 50 hours into kind of fine-tuning that and getting that perfected. And I still get compliments today about how well those profiles work, how well they feel.
Yeah.
So I know you're running them. I don't know if you've done any modifications to them or you're running them as is, but yeah, really appreciate the work Brian put into that.
Yeah, it really made a big difference, and especially for I kind of joke with Kevin Ford and some of the other folks in our Ricmotech Monday night leagues that hey, can't we just drive? And if you don't want to spend a lot of time trying to really mess with each and every little setting here and there, having something like that with an experienced racer, both sim racer and real life racer like Brian, to give you, not only a good starting point, but something that, like, as you've commented, a lot of folks just use exactly as they are, or then you can just make minor adjustments for what you like for your feel and your setup. It's such a big help, and it does make it possible to just get out there and drive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Brian, any comments on that?
I'm actually hearing a lot of echo. I don't know if it's just me. I'm
It's
hearing my
Shaun's
own echo as well.
It's Shaun's microphone. I think he took off his headset and it's feeding back.
I gotcha. Yeah, so I'm getting about half the words here.
So open up your TeamSpeak and right-click on Shaun and select Mute Client. That'll stop the echo.
Ooh.
We just have to remember
every
to
time I
unmute him when he
alt
gets
tab
back.
out of iRacing and triple screen,
Yeah.
I can't get back into it properly. It goes into like windowed mode.
So Alt-Enter.
Enter.
So make sure that the iRacing window has focus and hit Alt-Enter on your keyboard, and that'll maximize it again. Take you back to full screen.
Awesome.
And the good news is that echo doesn't seem to be going out over the broadcast, so we are uniquely hearing that here in the TeamSpeak room with Shaun.
Just
so
us.
that's good.
Yeah. Thank you, Shaun.
Well, that's all right. And in fact, so far, of our several drivers who are in here, Brian's still holding down that top spot, that 18.873, our top time, the only driver to break into the 118 so far. And although that final lap that he was just wrapping up there, I think he was using one of those sim experience settings for lawnmower, Frank, and
Yeah, so I can hear better now. So what were you asking?
We were talking about the profiles that you helped put together a couple of years back. So Jeff runs a mini-mite, and I set him up with your profiles, and I believe he just runs them exactly the way that you set them.
yeah, they've been working great.
So
Yeah, I'm using it right now. It feels just fine. I'm actually using the GT setting right now for the SRF. It feels pretty good to me. It feels really alive and connected. You're talking about how alive the AccuForce-based wheels feel, and yeah, I kind of feel every little thing. So way too much time trying to understand every little setting in the options, in the software in the background. But it paid off. I have 2 or 3 pages of notes that I took during those sessions, and
you
the good thing I took the notes to keep it all straight. I still have them.
Good.
Sure do.
Good. Yep.
Okay, I'm back.
That's great. Hey, it looks like Shaun jumping back into the driver's seat there.
Yeah, it took a little
Well,
longer. My
let's
dog.
unmute Shaun.
My dog is.
I can hear him.
Oh, did you have to? Was my mic active for you guys?
Did they had to kick you out?
Oh man.
Yeah, they dumped you.
Alright, there we go. No, it took longer. My dog's on meds, so I'm learning how to give a dog. He's my first dog, so I'm now learning how to deal with that. It's like, oh,
Sure.
this is not fun.
I'll tell you what, Shaun, while you were away, on our leaderboard, and great participation this evening. Look, we're a little over 20 drivers out there so far this evening, but at the top of the board, Brian, our only driver so far to break into the 118s. He's sitting on a 118.873, but we've got several drivers that are real close. Andrus has worked it on to a 19.1. In fact, he just logged in that time, and I think we'll see him here in the 18s in just a minute. Michael Borden doing a nice job out there in the number 42 car. He's in a 19.206. Then just a 10th back to Mr. Morano there, as he's sitting on a 19.3. And Ryan Cobb, who, as you all may recognize him from some of our other broadcasts, our Monday night race steward for the Ricmotech Racing League Series from Extreme Motorsports. Ryan Cobb out there putting down a really nice time, a 19.5. And those are the folks, the top 5 in our standings at the moment. We're taking 12 into our race this evening, or 2 heats of 15 minutes each. And we're going to run the top 12 in that about an hour and a half from now.
Driving.
Mr. Cole at that 20.6, sitting in the hot seat at the moment. He's in the number 12 spot.
I was just thinking that. I'm the guy on the bubble right now, aren't I?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Plenty of time, plenty of time. And, you know, we haven't mentioned it here in a little bit, Sean. If for folks looking to join us tonight, go to the hosted session. Got to use the new UI to get in there. But once you do, when you go to click to register, you're going to need our passcode for this evening, and that is Spec Racer, as all one word, Spec Racer.
So everybody watching, since I returned, I turned on my air conditioning. And my question is it coming through on my mic? Because if it is, I might have to turn it off. It is very comfortable. Oh, come on. Get it together.
Well, Brian, at the request of some of the other drivers in this session, I'm going to distract you for a few moments with some quick questions, maybe a little off topic, but it should be of interest to most of the folks tuning in this evening. I think were you fairly recently at the new Z car unveiling? I was wondering what your impressions were.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't get that either. I'm still getting an echo, but just from you, Jacob.
Oh, okay.
He asked how the reveal on the Z car was. What you
There we
thought.
go. Let's see. It's, picking up a little bit of a echo. There we go. That's better. How about now? Is that a little bit
Yeah,
better,
I got
Brian?
you now. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I was just asking about an opportunity you might have had to get a preview of the new Z car.
Oh, yeah. It should be there at ZCon, I believe, on the Friday and Saturday, or maybe just the Saturday. They're having a track day autocross on the Friday, and I think Saturday is like a car show. So I'm imagining that Saturday it'll be there at the car show, and
Sorry, Robby.
I'm super excited to get a up close look at it. I watched the review last night, and it seems to be getting a lot of things right in terms of ingredients, and I really like that blue color too.
Yeah, absolutely. It did look good. Yeah, it's interesting. They've been pretty patient about, you know, refreshing that car and bringing out a new generation with it.
Yeah, it's a hard sell these days for a sports car in this world, but I'm happy that they stuck to it and they're refreshing the car in a pretty substantial way.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe, you know, we've seen, I think, some nice interest in the Supra / BMW, and then with the Subaru and Toyota twins coming out with their next generation, maybe it was at the right time.
Yeah, I kind of get the impression that we might be seeing kind of the last, you know, of the traditional sports cars that are coming out right about now. Everybody senses the inevitability of autonomous driving and electric cars taking over. I think we'll still see a market for driver-focused vehicles. It'll just get smaller and smaller as time goes on. But I'm glad to see that several manufacturers are still giving it a good effort.
However, it's safer if you're in front of me.
Yeah, you make an interesting point, which is when you're going to badge, something a Mustang, but it's a 4-door electric SUV.
Don't get me started on that thing. Of all the crappy names that Ford has come up with for cars over the years, they couldn't find another one for this. They had to take the iconic name of Mustang to put on this thing.
Such a bizarre choice.
You're making it look like a Mustang? Okay, fine. It'll sell more of these things, but actually calling it Mustang, they could have called it so many other names.
Yeah.
What did they do?
Zephyr would have been a good choice.
The new SUV is a Mustang.
The Mustang Mach-E, the all-electric SUV.
Ford is so messed up right now, it's not even funny.
Man, talk about making room.
Nice pass, Sean.
Oh, I
Maybe.
didn't say. Yeah, I lost all my speed in the dirt.
Oh, Andrews is getting close. He's got it down to a 19-0. And I see the strategy here. Mr. Sean's playing for some draft.
Yeah, I'm too far back though, and I'm too slow. You gotta kind of be in the ballpark. And I'm mowing.
I don't want to hear about it. I'm dead last. DFL.
Robbie, I shared a setup. It's a little better, I think. It's not going to
Okay.
transform the car, but you might find it slightly less
Because I hate this.
upsetting.
I'm gonna, yeah. This session's about to turn into a drunk driving event.
Well, Brian, one of the things I think about this car out here is I don't know. I think it forces you to be smooth. You can accomplish a lot just with some, sort of the off throttle, turn in. You don't need to be, in my opinion anyway, or at least with my laps, I wasn't having to hammer the brake. I could just sort of, ease off some of the speed, rotate the car in, and then roll into the throttle. Then for a lot of the faster corners, you can just kind of breathe off that throttle. The car kind of takes a nice, rotation, and you almost would then want to start feeding some throttle back in to keep the back end from walking too much on you.
Yeah, it seems to be that's what it wants. I'm having trouble myself getting the front end to work in these high-speed corners, even with lifting off and tapping the brake on entry. So I've been trying to work that out in the setup, and I haven't really made too much progress so far.
Sadly, my fastest lap was the one where I was off the track at least a third of the lap.
In those final S's too, one of the things about this track, regardless of the car, is that car placement becomes so critical, and getting the car through there in just the right line so that you can really carry the speed onto that straightaway that leads to the final corner.
All right, I gotta put a lap together. I need to map up. Oh, there we go. I haven't button mapped.
Well, we're halfway through our qualifying session here. We got Brian sitting on top of that 18.8.
So Brian,
getting a little
your
closer on
setup
that
is
19.0.
better. Why don't you
Michael
put some
Borden
right
holding
front
at that
crossweight in it?
19.2. And Mr.
So it'll
Toronto
turn
Jr.
right.
19.3. Still our top four there.
You know what I
Ryan
mean?
Top 19.5. Those will be our top 5 at the moment.
Oh, I want to.
Say that again, Robbie.
I can't drive shit anyway. So take and put, go like up 2 clicks on the right front, down 2 clicks on the left front. Down 2 clicks on the right rear, up 2 clicks on the left rear, and you'll have equal ride height. You'll just put some right front, left rear. That should make you turn on to the last, this basically straight away before the last corner, and then the last corner. You follow what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I haven't even messed
Basically
with right
turn
hands
it
yet.
into a right-hander. It'll make you push a little on that left. That makes any sense.
Yeah.
Oh, again.
Am I drunk? What the hell? I can't keep it on the track. Tommy from the Bronx, how you doing?
In other words, that might make you turn a little bit on those fast corners. And the only one it'll hurt is that left-hander in the middle straightaway, but I don't think that's going to cost you if you lose that one. You follow me?
Yeah.
I wonder if, so I think I have some old setup. This car was redone, right?
What's that?
I'm using an old setup.
Yeah, it definitely makes it turn better to the right. Makes it a little twitchier though on some cases though, but you're better than I am, so you might be able to get that. You can use that fast left-hander in the middle straightaway. You can use the left curb. That'll make it turn a little. Does that, you know what I mean?
Okay. No worries, man.
Yeah, Sean, I had an older setup initially, preloaded when I came in here, and found it a little too edgy out there, and so I went back to just the baseline that they give us here, made just a couple minor tweaks to the toe, and much more stable. So yeah, I think there were some tweaks since the last time I had loaded an old setup that didn't work well.
All right, let's try this. I also feel like we've been over driving enough that when we do put a lap together, it'll be respectable, even. I really need to stop putting wheels in the grass, though. I really gotta stop that. That's not...
Be a little patient on that first run. You gotta get some heat in the tires.
Yeah.
But by lap number 2, it should be ready to go. And like Brian said, in fact, it just kind of keeps getting better.
Yeah, it does.
That definitely helped me with the little cross weight. Brian.
Yeah. Did you do it at the rear or the front or both?
All 4 corners. When you get into the setup, I'll tell you how to do it.
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, so up on the right front corner, 3 clicks. So it's going to be the left button on the spring perch. You'll see the right height go up. Right front up 3 clicks, left front down 3 clicks.
Yep.
Okay, left rear. Down, up 3 clicks. Right rear down 3 clicks.
Cool.
Okay, so now your cross weight, you should have the right height should be even, but the cross weight should be heavier on the right front than the left front, right?
Heavier on the right front than the left front? Yeah.
Yep, okay, so try that. But you should have kept your right heights. Yeah.
No, I did something wrong then.
What's up, buddy?
Here, I'll share what I
Pesos, Tommy.
Hey, drivers, we're glad to have you in here with us this evening. Thanks so much for joining us here for the Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday. Really appreciate Frank Rico.
All right, Brian, I just shared what I did,
and
what I
of course
put.
for Shaun Cole for hosting us on that Simpit broadcast. doing a great job as always. And we're going to take our top 12 this evening. Still about an hour and 10 minutes left in
Yeah,
qualifying.
so I put 30 pounds of right front weight in it, basically.
We're going to have
Yeah.
2 15-minute heats to determine our winner for this evening.
Curious
Good luck,
if that
everybody.
helps you. Go out yet on that?
Yeah, I'm going out right now.
All right, I'll follow you.
Tell you what, in real life racing, pretty big month. Next, 4 weeks or so coming up here in the real life world. Of course, this weekend we
There I
got
have to use the
we got
curve.
Le Mans, and that's going to be exciting to watch. It was a really interesting story to see one of our sort of local Northeast drivers. Started off as an autocrosser around 10 years old, and you all may have seen Robbie Foley running in Turner Motorsports and GTD and IMSA. Most recently, but he is making his first appearance at Le Mans this week, running GTE AM in a Porsche, and it's sort of a last-minute opportunity that came up from him. So really exciting to see a young American racer get an opportunity to run there in the big one in France. So that's going to be exciting this weekend. And then, of course, not too long, about 2 weeks from now, over the week of Labor Day, we got the SCCA Solo Nationals there in Lincoln, Nebraska. I know could not run that event last year with the COVID lockdowns, but everybody's really excited about being back. Just over 1,200 people registered to compete out there in Lincoln, so looking forward to that one. I know Brian's been out there several times for that event and has always done well. And then, of course, the SCCA runoffs at Indy this year. I don't think we're going to have quite the same issues maybe that NASCAR had running there, because most of the SCCA road racers aren't going to be ripping up those curbs with quite the same low-slung cars that NASCAR was running around there. But I know that the club racers are really excited about having the opportunity to run at the Brickyard. That's going to be the first weekend in October. So if folks are in that area and have a chance to check out the runoffs, it'll be well worth your while.
Okay.
So does that help it at all on those? I think.
So far, it feels pretty good, but I haven't turned a lap yet with the tires warmed up.
Okay, so the idea was to
sorry,
fix the
John.
last corner and the one getting onto the
worries, buddy.
straightaways and turn one.
Yeah.
Oh, now I did it. My mic's not working for them.
No, you sound very far away.
Oh, I have it, so it's hopefully not turning on too much. I think I have an overly sensitive mic. Oh, Brandon, that's too bad. Unless it's good planned, then that's good. BS, I know, I am not doing a good job. I'm driving terribly. I was going to avoid it, but I'm going to have to get into and start listing my excuses for why I suck so bad.
You were doing that last month until you finished second at the Lamborghini, Sean.
You know, what I kind of have that same thing. Like I'm every once in a while I get through a corner, I'm like, okay, well that's got to be fast, but I haven't really put it together. My optimal would disagree though, so apparently I haven't put it together even for a full sector. I'm getting a lot of off tracks.
Yeah, my optimal doesn't have me anywhere much better than I am.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's getting crowded there in our top 5. We still have Brian, Andrus, and Michael as our top 3, but now Edgar Sancinelli has jumped up to spot number 4. So nice job there, Edgar. 19.2 is got him in that 4th spot there. Edgar, one of our Monday night racers, and glad to see him in here tonight. Mr. Morano still holding down that 5th spot, and that pushes Ryan Cobb down to 6th at 19.5. And let's see, I'm actually on the bubble at the moment, a 19.9. I'm sure somebody's going to be able to pick that off here shortly. We're going to get Shaun into those mid to low 19s as well here before the night is over, and he can get himself up into that top 12 for this evening. But right now, if you want to be in our race about an hour from now, you got to be in the 19s. I'm sitting in that 12th spot right now with that 19,959. So any 19 pretty much is going to get you into that top 12 and into our finale race this evening. Those still looking to join, if you're just tuning in, you can of course join us. You're going to have to use the new UI on iRacing. Go into the hosted sessions area, and under Frank Rico's name from Ricmotech, you're going to find the Spec Racer Ford at Summit Point, and the passcode is Spec Racer in lowercase. Spec Racer, all one word.
Thank you, Ken.
No problem, man.
Oh, I got an off track for that. Oh, Tommy. Oh, like I'm not stressing out enough. All right, the bounty has been thrown. All right, I gotta get it together. All right, I'll give you guys my excuse list. I just got warned. I just got warned from the officials.
What'd you do?
I peeled out of the pits. And I was reprimanded. I'd say they're a little touchy here at Summit Point. I mean, I might have peeled out, but I'm in a Spec Racer Ford.
Must have been a pretty big burnout.
I get pulled for doing 35 burning out, but the guy in the Lamborghini was doing 90 down pit lane. He didn't say a word.
What is the button for pulling up splits? I thought it was tab.
Tab.
Tab, yeah.
Any reason why splits wouldn't work?
Unless you
Is it because
unmapped
it's
it.
qualifying?
No, mine are working.
Maybe you unmap tab. It's on the second page of settings.
One time mine got off. I had assigned to a different dealer. You might have to go see what it's assigned to.
Shit,
Oh,
Robby's
yeah.
faster than me.
Button
There's
3.
no way.
Yeah, I'm struggling.
I suck. In fact, I'm going to make a change. So, Brian, do you think that was a help or not? Overall.
I think it'll help. I haven't put a lap together yet, but it feels better around the right-handers.
Okay, so I'm wondering, do I go more? Let me see.
Yeah.
That's 30 pounds on the right front.
And it actually didn't feel worse around that left-hander.
Not too bad. It didn't. I actually got a little better, too. So I'm going to go 3 more.
Cold tires. I keep forgetting I'm on cold tires. This thing really sucks. Temperature.
Okay, let's save that at... right, I went a little further. I'll share it with you if you want to try that. We just put a little B by file name. That's going to be, that's about 50 pounds. You want to try the setup we're on, Shaun?
Yeah.
And then, okay. I shared the two I did, Brian. Can you share with Shaun the one you shared with me when you go in the pits?
Yeah.
There's a little A and a little B. And there's one that's just Brian's, Shaun.
Okay.
A has a little bit of 30 pounds of right front weight. B is 50, and I'm just trying B. And his, without the little A of B, is just without anything.
Yeah, I am not getting anywhere with this one.
I definitely, the only thing that gave me a teeny bit of time. I'd try A
Try your
first.
second one, Robbie.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's about 56 pounds.
I mean, that should make a difference. With this thing not having very much sway bar, I don't think it'll, you know, in skinny tires, it's not going to make. Really, I'm just trying to get it faster on the corners that, you know what I mean, are going to pay. Which are the ones leading onto the long straightaways.
Hey, Rob Hartley, I see you in the comment section there asking for the password. It is Spec Racer. Spec Racer, all lowercase letters, all one word.
Yeah. That's better.
Whoops. Alright, so A first.
Okay.
I see what I did. Alright, there we go. Thank you, Jeff. Both audio and
Yes, sir.
text. Alright, we're going to try this setup out. I am, like, useless today. I feel the temperature raising again. Sorry, Brian.
Well, that was definitely my best time.
That was nice through there, Shaun. Good run through those S's.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got that for you.
Well, I've definitely picked up on the right.
That was a good trip through one, Shaun. That looked like you carried some nice exit speed off of that one that time.
That was probably my best time through turn 1 yet.
Is it better? Or is
There
it
you go.
feeling
Nice
better?
late apex on that one. That was nice.
I'm on A, Robbie.
I think A
Yeah.
might be better. I
think
B has
so.
A bit too much.
A little much, I know. I mean, I did get my best time on it, but I'm not as consistent.
Yeah, I think B has enough crossweight that it starts to get more inside rear wheel spin out of turn 1 in particular.
That's what I noticed. And then, so my question though is, you know what? I'm gonna take that sway bar off of there. And
Looking like a
try
good
it
one,
once.
Shaun. Get a nice, good final corner here.
You know what I mean?
The
You
rear.
take that, yeah, take that
There
sway
you
bar
go,
off,
go,
then it
go,
won't
go.
lift that inside tire and
I
spin
already
that
get it
open
off.
diff.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
So
I
I'll
don't know.
just see if it should dull a little bit of that
Oh,
cross.
20.0. Okay, moving up. Getting close now. Couple more tenths gets you into the top 12. You can do that.
Yeah, that's what I ran with it.
Car's gonna get better as you. Oh.
You know, I didn't want to hurt the car because
Yeah.
you got to
Just-
stay out for 10 laps.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, that setup's way better than what I was running though.
Yeah. That was looking good, Shaun. Nice.
All right, I have to cool down again.
Oh,
You know what
yeah,
I
this
didn't
is-
do last time I took a break? I did not put it on. I didn't play the commercial. So I am going to take another cool down because I'm starting to sweat, starting to cramp, and I want to break into the 19s. I got a lot of time to make up still, you guys. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. We've talked about it. Jeff has talked about it. Ryan Highcotter, number 1, 1:18.873, only driver into the 18s. Right at the brink of the 18s, Andrew Slissons and Michael Borden in third with the 1:19.206. Sancinelli in fourth and Morano Jr. in fifth. And you gotta look all the way down the leaderboard to find me in like 15th or so with lots of work to do.
Oh, I see Robby Unser
16.
finding some time too out there.
Oh, yep. Oh, he's on the brink of a 19. All right, so I'm going to put on most exciting. I'm going to turn off my cameras.
Bit of
Yeah,
a
that's
commercial.
taking that sway bar off of that helps some,
I'm going to try
Ryan.
that. And then I'm going to play the commercial, and then in like 1 minute, you'll be live again.
Awesome.
All right. All right, I'll be right back, everybody.
I'm gonna try. Yeah, I don't know. I think the A one's still better. Try it.
Hundreds of name brand parts. Support from experts that love sim racing. Trusted by the pros. There's only one place to go. Ricmotech.com.
Oh, good. Robert Hartley. Oh my God. You just keep coming.
All right, looks like we're back from that Ricmotech commercial, and yeah, we really appreciate Ricmotech, Frank Rico, sponsoring our Hotlap Humpdays here and on the iRacing service, and of course, really appreciate all the drivers coming out. We got a great participation, nearly 30 drivers in here this evening. You got to be in the top 12, and you got about 50 minutes to get that done, but you got to be in the top 12 tonight if you want to make it into our race, which is going to consist of 2 heats, 15 minutes each, starting off with the top 12, and then for the second race, those 12 will move over to that, but we're going to invert the top 9 finishers. So the first place finisher will start in 9th place on the second race grid, and the 9th place finisher from race 1 will start on the pole for race number 2. We're looking forward to that. Should be a nice challenge, and some really good racing here around Summit Point in these Spec Racer Ford cars. For anybody still looking to jump in, go to the hosted section. Spec Racer is the password. Look for either Frank Rico's name, or of course you can search by the car, the Spec Racer Ford, or Summit Point Motorsports Park as the track. And right now, if you want to be in the top 12, I think it's definitely going to take a 19 as I count down the list here. Yeah, my 19.959 is still sitting in that 12th spot, but I see Mr. Robert Hartley has joined us out there on track. He's sitting on a 20.0. I see Mr. Wilder out there sitting on a 20.0. Mr. Unser 20.0. Shaun Cole 20.0. Callum out there on a 20.1. So we got several drivers just knocking on the door there, and yeah. Do that, knock me out of that 12th spot, and we're going to let our top 12 go into our feature race for this evening. Put in just a quick word as well for one of our Monday night series sponsored by Ricmotech. We just started off with a brand new series, and we're actually doing round number 2 this coming Monday of our Lambo Trophy series. And what we've done with that series, sort of emulating the real life Lambo series, we use a fixed setup, so you don't have to spend time in between the races trying to figure out a setup or worrying about whether somebody else has figured out some trick with the setup that you haven't figured out. We use a fixed setup supplied to us by the Apex Racing Academy guys, and we do 2 30-minute races, and we also invert the top 10 of that series for the second race. So a lot of fun. We're using sort of an IROC style paint job on the car, so you don't have to spend a lot of time doing a paint either. You just tell us what your preferred base color is, and we do the paints for you. But that's running on Monday nights. ExtremeMotorsports99.com. If you take a look at the league webpage there in the Lambo Trophy Series, that one is looking pretty cool. And we have a neat prize actually that we're doing. And it's not based on finishing positions. We're doing a drawing amongst all of the drivers. They're earning entries based on their championship points. And the drawing at the end of the season is going to be for the opportunity to drive a real-life Lambo, if that's the car that you choose, at one of the extreme racing sites out there and at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, where you can go and drive one of the exotic cars. So the Lambo being one of the ones that you can pick out there. We got a gift certificate for 5 hot laps there at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway at the exotic racing program. So we're going to give that away in a drawing based on with the entry tickets being based on the finishing points. So hey, whether you're first or you're 15th, you're going to have an opportunity to win that prize. So folks are excited about that as well. Edgar Sancinelli currently 4th in our standings here tonight. I think running in that series, as is Mr. Hartley. Oh, and there it is. Mr. Hartley has bumped himself up into the top 10, and that means that I won't be in the top 12 anymore. So thank you for that, Mr. Hartley. And Mike Dam has joined the server, and I see he is sitting there just into the 19s. We're going to look for him to move up in the standings as well. Top honors tonight, though, still Brian Highcotter with that 18.8. And nobody else has been able to break into the 18s. So let's keep an eye on Mike Dam and Mr. Hartley, as those guys typically have the speed in most cars. We're going to see if they can bring any heat this evening to the top 5 in our standings right now. Of course, when Shaun gets back from his break, he's really close on that 20.0. Robby also, those guys just 5 thousandths apart. He's also sitting at a 20.0. Looks like Robby taking a little break before he pulls the rest of his hair out. Hey, you're welcome. We're glad to have you. Yeah, great participation tonight. I think almost 30 drivers have turned in some qualifying lap times here. Kevin Ford, one of your usual announcers and commentators, not with us this evening. He is out doing a little family vacation, visiting his dad, and then going on a little honeymoon trip for his 20th anniversary. So congratulations to Kevin and Carmen on their anniversary coming up here later this week. We got about 40 minutes left in qualifying this evening, so drivers still got an opportunity to get yourself into that top 12 for our feature race this evening. Christopher Henn, the driver on the bubble right now, is currently holding down that 12th place time. The 19.8, so that's the time you got to beat if you want to move up into the top 12 at 19.871 is currently the bubble position. All right. Yeah, Shaun, you got about 40 more minutes out there to try to get into time. Right now, you're going to need to knock off about. You better make it 3 tenths to be safe, but 2 tenths would get you into that top 12.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find it.
User disconnected from your channel.
I have a really bad shoulder. I don't even know if I'll be able to turn more laps, to be honest with you. It wasn't bothering me when I was driving, and then I walked around, and it was killing me.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. That's set. Let's see what we can do. I mean, it wasn't bothering me driving. It was only when I got out of my rig. It's like, oh wow, it's worse. Have a good one, Woody. All right, Cole.
Thank you.
Oh, locked him up royale, and I dropped it into first. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make one other change real quick. I'm not happy still. Okay, I would like this right here for today. Okay. And now let's take our slightly heated tires and our couple of gallons light on fuel. See what we can do. All right.
Fuel? I didn't see where you could take out fuel.
Oh no, by running laps. So. I think that's why it gets quicker. Or one of the reasons.
I was faster with that B setup, for whatever it's worth, Sean.
Okay, I'll give that one a try too.
It's a little bit spins the inside rear on one. You got to be easy and roll through it. But I feel like I get on the straightaways faster.
I think all my problems are driver related right now, to be honest with you though.
Yep. They usually are. It's okay. Welcome to the business.
I'd win races if I were better.
Thing is just to try to get something that's come around.
Actually, I don't need to be better. I'd win races if everybody else just sucked a little more.
All right, there you go.
That's my thing.
Hi, Max.
Oh.
Did you, Tony? I might have to try that too. Never underestimate the baseline.
I don't even know what the damn baseline. Sorry. Very similar to what he had us on.
Oh, come on. See, no setups fixes that. Like I said, this car always makes me think I have the wrong field of view. Because I've been 2 wheels off all day long.
Yeah, me too.
But there goes Mr. Dam into the 19.2, so that'll be another driver trying to break into that top 5, and that's actually not quite enough to do it, as that 19.2 is good enough for 6th place. Edgar Santinelli still hanging on to that 5th spot, but Mike's still trying to dial in. We'll see if he has a shot at breaking into the 18s. Meanwhile, Robert Hartley has also starting to wrangle that Spec Racer Ford. He's got himself into 2nd now, a 19.0. But also not quite able to break into the 18s. But both Hartley and Dam getting close now. But with Brian Highcutter still holding down that top time, an 18.8. And then Mr. Hartley now in 2nd. Andrus sitting in 3rd. And those guys are just 0.03 of a second apart. Michael Borden currently 4th. Edgar Santinelli in 5th. Both of those guys on 19.2s along with Mr. Dam. And then Morano Jr. on a 19.3 with Ryan Cobb, Paul Barnett, Jason Menda, David Clymer, John G. Hill. That may be our top 12, I believe. It is Mr. John G. Hill holding down that 12th spot now. He's on the bubble with that 19.788.
Which one do you like the most, Brian? So far.
I go back and forth. I actually just went back to no cross weight and a tiny bit of toe in the front. But it's no faster for me. It's just different. How'd you like the no rear bar?
I did like it. I lost that edge getting onto the straightaway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wants to plow the front end too much when you
Just
get on
a
top.
hair. Yeah, just a hair.
Tony, yeah, we should rename this car the skateboard because it feels like you're just sitting on top of it. And because it's slow enough that at times you want to like stick a foot out and kick.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I couldn't stop for crap with that one. Oh, I don't know. I didn't like the baseline.
No.
No.
So I got a question for you. Is there really any such thing as a momentum car? Or is that just a BS word to make people feel good about their slow cars?
Well, yeah. I mean, momentum's gonna make every car better, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Don't slow down in the corner, because that makes you go slower. It
Right.
just doesn't happen that way.
Yeah, isn't that what we're doing here?
I mean, you get what I'm saying? So that's just what they try to say for cars that don't have power and... Yeah. Get what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I guess it's because it focuses the racing on that more, I guess.
I mean, there's cars that, without power, you have to keep your speed up.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? You got to change your way of driving slightly to make sure that you don't do that. Whereas you will change your driving style a little bit, say, to a car that has a lot of horsepower, because you can do things with it.
Right.
So I would say that is a reference. At least from my experience. Brian might think something else.
Yeah, I think just the less horsepower to weight you have, the more mistakes are going to punish you if you aren't driving it like a momentum car.
Right.
Right.
So yeah, in the end, everything is a momentum car, but cars with power and grip let you get away with more stuff.
They recover.
Right. Well, and they have to be driven a little. I mean, you also have to drive different to take advantage of that as well. You know, there's a way to take advantage of a car that's, quote, momentum, and a way to take advantage of a car that's got horsepower.
Yeah. I think a trap a lot of people fall into is having a car with power and thinking that they have to go full throttle
Yes.
100% right away in the
exactly what
corner,
I mean.
so they'll
Yep.
end up overslowing the car mid-corner to be able to do that.
Right.
Right. Yeah, that's the biggest thing is tender right foot on power cars. Like one of these cars, you basically, your foot's always in it.
Right.
800 horsepower, your foot's always dancing on it because it's ready to bite you.
All right, drivers. Hey, we really appreciate you being out here for our Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday. We've got about 25 minutes left here in qualifying, so 25 minutes to get yourself into that top 12. And I believe John G. Hill sitting on the bubble at the moment right now, 19.788. You need that time or faster to be in our feature race this evening. And even if you're not quite there, you should still stick around as, if I'm not wrong, the system may take the top 12 who are still in the session at that time. So we'll see how picky it is there about the top 12. But stick around, even if you're close to that bubble, as you may make it into that feature race.
Oh, I cannot find time. I cannot do anything. Oh, Tony, thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna win. I'm not even gonna be in the main event as of now. I can't fucking drive.
Yeah.
And my shoulder's getting worse, so I don't foresee anything happening amazing. Try a different setup just for the heck of it.
Oh, fuck. Finally.
My lines here,
User
a
joined
few
your
spots
channel.
are really bad. Later, Tony. Nice times.
Crap. Jesus. I'm tied with 13th. I'm a 2/10 out of making this show. Crap. Okay.
Well, it looks like we got a new top time on the board here in the closing minutes of our qualifying period. Mr. Mike Dam, an 18.802, our new fastest time. Just 700ths of a second ahead of Brian there. Brian has held down that top spot for 2 hours and 10 minutes. But Mr. Dam walking in from Canada here to take over that top spot. So we'll see if that gets Brian back out there on track to see if he can defend that pole sitter honors. Mr. Hartley, in the meantime, is in that third spot with that 19.0. So is Andrus, a 19.0. Michael Borden, Edgar Sanchinelli, Morano Jr., Ryan Cobb, Paul Barnett, Jason Menda, David Clymer, John G. Hill. I think those are our top 12 at the moment. Chris Henn, Robby Unser, real close to getting in. Robbie's in the 119s now. He has not given up. 119.8. Can you find 2 more 10s out there, Robbie? Just knock a little
I
more
reached in
time
my
off.
ass. It wasn't there.
And you're going to be in that top 12. And Shaun still working on that 20.0. Getting into the final 19 minutes of qualifying here.
Oh, good.
David Clymer, now our bubble driver. He's 19.67 is what it's going to take to get into the top 12 as Clymer sitting in that 12th position. 19.67.
Come on. Come on. Oh.
I'm gonna do that again. Fucking idiot. Late.
Well, we got 15 minutes to go here, and Brian Highcotter has answered the challenge 18.772. So now he's got a 300ths advantage as far as that top qualifier spot over Mike Dam. So 18.772. Make it exciting here in the closing 15 minutes of qualifying.
Man, I'm so close.
Yeah, Robbie, almost there. A tenth and a half.
I know.
Now it's easy. Just go to the restroom or something, man. Lighten it up and
Put that helium in the tires so it's lighter. Okay.
Alright, I give up.
Oh.
My shoulder's killing me too. I mean that's just a result of that's not the reason. I sucked long before the shoulder was killing me. It only hurt. Now it's killing me, but so is the fact that I can't drive for the life of me. Again, this is 2 in a row. I got lucky and squeaked one out at the last minute in that Lamborghini. I got lucky. I sucked all day long.
Well, Shaun, if we've got about 13 minutes left in practice. I don't know if you got any previews of things you might have coming up in your shows.
Well, we did just come out with a couple of different rig reviews in the last few days. So we did a quick review of the Overpower chassis out of Europe. Really cool chassis, totally different, unique design. And then we just did a full-length review of the RCP1 chassis, which is what I'm sitting in now, which is a pretty amazing rig for the money. I was thinking about it, you know, it's over $1,000, so as soon as any rig gets over $1,000, immediately my wallet is like, well, that's expensive. And then I was looking it up or thinking about it, it's like, yeah, well, I'm sitting in a Sparco Circuit 2 seat, and I'm seeing these online for as much as like $700, which I think is like a typical race shop trying to rip you off for like a $500 seat. But it's not a cheap seat. So when I think of that and the cost, it really isn't that expensive. But yeah, and then there's a new thing that I'm working on. The next show we're doing is these pineapple grips, they call them. And it's a guy who's actually redoing the leather Alcantara grips on Fanatic wheels. So if you've had a Formula, you know, for years, the grips probably look pretty bad. You know, I talked about not wanting to touch my Momo without gloves, you know. But even with gloves, eventually it'll be waxed in and just, you know, an old wheel. So it's a guy who...
Isn't that when they get good?
Yeah, it's when you don't want to let it go. But yeah, re-gripping Fanatic grips, and he's doing remanufactured grips or re-grip the ones that you've got. So yeah, I've got a pair of those on my other wheel, and I'm testing. So yeah, lots of stuff. Been a tough month for me. So anybody who's a fan of the Simpit knows it's like this month's just been like, we had a death in the family. I had a flood in my storage unit. A 15 by 20 storage unit that was flooded, and I had to go through all of my belongings now covered in mold, which took quite a bit of time. And then I mentioned my dog's having a little problem, and now my shoulders hurt. Anyway, it's been a heck of a month. So to be honest with you, you asked about production and getting back to the show. It's like, oh, I'm so thrilled that I'm just back to work again and you know, trying to crank out shows and not having to focus or think too much about those other things. Once
that was
again,
starting to sound like a country music song there.
Yeah, it was, and then I had to kill my horse, you know.
Right.
Yeah, no, but you know, the moral of the story is, you know, and for me, and maybe why I've been such a passionate sim racer for so long, you know, having a good hobby, I don't care what it is just the kind of distraction you really need at times. So, you know, when you got all those things, you know, punching you, giving you a rough go at life, it's like, yeah, sometimes you just need to get back to the things that make you happy, like, you know, sim racing, and get out there and do some. So, despite not being very quick today, it's nice being in the rig and driving, you know, and just having fun. So, I want to give a shout out to Edgar Santinelli, who sent me a private message. I don't have any of my chat working here on game, but we did a Wreckfest session this last weekend. And it was a lot of fun, Edgar. Thank you for joining us. It was really fun. So we'll be doing that again with the Simpit group. Usually do it on Saturdays, just kind of random throw it out there. And just, you know, like if I, you know, haven't purged this night, this day, this horrendous effort on my part from my memory by soon enough, Wreckfest will be the cure, right? You know, and some poor souls will pay the price for my bad driving here at Hotlap Humpday.
Well, I'll tell you what, Shaun, we've got just a few minutes left here in qualifying, and at the top of the field, Mr. Mike Dam has retaken our top qualifier position with an 18.705 to Brian's 772. So now it's back to a whopping 700ths of a second between those two drivers. So it's going to be shaping up for a really a fun and exciting little feature race here coming up in about 8 minutes now.
Yeah, sure will. All right, I'll be right back then.
Robby, you're getting close there, man. That 19.8 is almost enough, but not quite.
I know. Now what she said?
Yeah, almost enough.
Yeah.
19.670. Still David Clymer, our bubble driver. And of course, those, you know, yourself, Robby, John Hill, Jail, a couple of our other folks there don't necessarily leave because I'm not sure exactly how the system is going to work. We'll see when it changes over.
Right.
If it'll take just the top 12 who are still in the server. And so if a couple of our folks haven't been able to stick around for the feature race, those of you in like 13th, 14th, so forth might get grabbed into that top 12 runoff. I know Mr. Morano is not still in the server, and he's up in there, so I think there's still a good chance that Mr. Hill is still in this thing. You're next after that, Robby. So.
Uh-huh.
Good save.
That's what she said.
Close my eyes. I bet. I didn't think it would come back. That was nice.
Oh, you pushed it.
Yeah, most of our top drivers still in the server, so we got a good chance of having most of those top 12 appear. Right now, Mr. Morano, the only one not in there, so that's got John Hill sitting in that 12th spot at the moment.
We're getting into about the final 5 minutes here, driver. It's 5 more minutes to try to get into the top 12. Right now, unofficially, I'm showing John Hill, likely our 12th qualifier, with Morano not currently in the server. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to take the top 12 still in the server, or if you'll have to absolutely be in those top 12 times. So stick around, and we'll find out in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Well, and in fact, drivers, I want to make a quick correction here as I was checking on the settings a little bit closer, and it looks to me like the top 15 qualifiers are going to make it into the first round, and then the top 12 from the first heat race will move into the second heat race. So I think it's going to take the top 15 for us. So that's going to get Robby in, and JL, I think you're in. John Hill should be in. Kevin may have just put himself into our little feature race here. So about three more minutes to go. You still got a chance to make it in this evening.
Yeah, I think it is set up to take our top 15 for the first race, and then it's the top 12 from that first race that will move on to the second race. But right now, Kevin Burrows with that 19.9, I believe, is our driver on the bubble with Morano not in the server. Thank you. Final 2 minutes of qualifying now underway. Those drivers, still a battle going on there for our top qualifying position as Brian's out there getting a couple final laps in just to see if he can maybe rip one off there and jump back ahead of Mike Dam and Robert Hartley, the other driver on our podium for qualifying so far. Kevin Burrows, our driver on the bubble, I believe, because I think if Morano isn't in the server, it's going to grab Kevin as our 15th place driver with his 19.935. We'll have to see. But Robby, at this point, I think I have you in the first race.
Well, sorry for everyone I'm going to wreck into.
Oh, and Highcutter with a little bit of a spin down there in turn one. Not going to have time, I think, to get out there and get another full lap in. So I think at least our top three are locked in at this point. One more minute to go in qualifying before it switches over.
Oh, Kevin did a nice job there, knocked another 10th on his time, and I think that locks him into the top 15. Good job, Kevin. And that's it for qualifying. Now 2 minutes now as it grids us up. Those of you who qualified in the top 15 should be able to get in. Just a quick reminder, I believe everybody should see you have one fast repair that you can use. Hopefully you're not going to need that tonight. Everybody wants you to drive smart on these opening laps. Obviously the cold tires. Also, make sure as you get down into the braking zone for turn number one, make sure that you are ready for that accordion effect. If you're not in the top 2 or 3 rows, you're going to have to break up those backing points as you get down into turn one, so we don't have a big pile up as we have the accordion effect in that first braking zone.
So no fuel, right? There's no fuel. I don't
Nothing
even
to adjust. Nope, it's all set. So.
Okay.
Well, as our drivers get ready to take to the grid, we are here at the Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday. Thank you so much to Frank Rico and Ricmotech.com. Be sure to check that out for all your sim racing needs. He's provided some invaluable technical support to several of us here this evening, as both audio and visual and getting graphics cards set up correctly and all that type of stuff. So, Frank, we really appreciate it. And now it's time for the big show. As our top 15 qualifiers from this evening, led by Mike Dam and Brian Highcutter in the front row. Those two guys separated in qualifying by just 0.07 of a second. And then Robert Hartley and Andres Slasans is lining up in the second row. And those guys, 19 zeros. Should be a really good race here.
That happened quicker than I thought. Sorry.
Yeah, no, 14 seconds left.
Dude,
And,
somehow I'm in this thing. I don't know how the hell that happened.
Go get him, Robbie. Here, I'm going to put the other one on. Actually, no, we're going to leave that on Robbie. I'm going to turn my camera back off. I'll stay on the audio and join Jeff here. Jeff, are you in the race? You're in the race? No?
Nope, not in the top 15. So, yep, there we go.
I think my camera's showing a reverse image, Sean. How do you change that?
Which camera?
My webcam.
It's only what you see. We're fine.
All right, driver.
So you're seeing my screen on the right side of the screen?
Lap, race. Steve, you can be 11. We're close to just 11. I think you're going to have just enough pace maybe to make it to a 12th lap here this evening. So you got some time there. Pace yourselves accordingly on those opening laps. Let's give everybody a nice, fair, and clean race tonight. Good luck, everyone.
Jeff, do you see that? Is there a number? Is Miles Morris in here?
Oh, yep.
So both black and orange cars up front, I notice.
You see what I mean there, Jeff?
Yep.
You know what else I forgot to do? How do you lower the audio from other drivers in game?
Oh shit.
I'll see if it's default map. Oh, mine's been mapped, so I can't tell you.
I forget which one that was.
Whoops.
Frank still here?
Yes, I am.
How do you lower in the game the chat? What Brian was asking.
Oh, I just popped in.
Brian, ask him again.
Yeah, what's the default keys for lowering in-game chat, in-game audio from other drivers?
F12.
There's no. Is it F12?
Someone's saying F12.
Oh, that might just bring up the black box.
Right, that would be, yes. Oh, is there a black box for driver audio? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah, there's no default key mapped. You can map a key, but there's nothing by default.
Ah, it doesn't default one. Okay, thank you.
Don't believe so.
All right, here we go as the pace car pulls off, and our leaders are going to take it around to the green flag. Front row is away.
Is that Mike Dam out
Mr.
front?
Mike Dam on the pole. Yep, Highcutter out there in the left lane, and he's got to watch to the inside there as Hartley going to try to draft down in there. Takes a defensive spot right in the middle. Oh, almost 3 wide.
Oh, look at the
Hartley
grouping.
kind of backs it off, leaves some racing room. Nicely done. Mike Dam's just keeping his head down. Building up a little bit of a gap there, but just the opening laps, and I'm sure that draft is going to allow Highcutter and Hartley to pull right back up behind him there. All the drivers this evening do have one fast repair, so if they happen to have an early incident, they will have an opportunity to fix that car and get back out on the track. But a good clean start so far at the front of the field, looking really nice.
Edgar Sancinelli went off that right-hander. He went off the left side and hard in the wall, and his car is jumped.
No. Oh, that's a shame. Edgar did such a great job through qualifying. Qualified 6th overall.
Race for second.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of stretch there amongst the top 5, but second and third is Hartley just tucking in behind Highcutter now.
Sorry,
We're going to watch and see what the strategy is here. Is there going to be a challenge, or if my guess is Hartley may play it smart here for a while, see if he can kind of work with Highcutter. In fact, they have going down into turn 1. They've drawn right back up behind Mike Dam now, and going to keep it real close amongst those top 3. Another good probably 10 laps to go in this race. So let the top 3 try to work together here. Probably will try to separate from the ones that are chasing them down. Meanwhile, 4th and 5th place, great battle there between Michael and Andrus. And as the guys battle in front of them, that's going to give 4th and 5th place Andrus and Michael there an opportunity to draw back in. So those front 3 nose to tail, and then 4 and 5 nose to tail. And then a pretty good gap back to 6 and 7, where David Clymer and Robby Unser are having a good battle. And look at that move by Unser, man. What started off like 14th, and he's already moved himself up to 10th. So it's nice running there.
Good job running right on the gearbox of David Clymer. Now, I believe that gap in 4 and 5 are starting to close in on the top 3 here.
It does. It looks like it. You're absolutely right. Highcutter delivering a little bit of a shove to Dam, and then Hartley's going to look on the inside. Oh, and let's see now as the... Yep. Highcutter's going to keep the momentum going in that momentum car, as we discussed earlier, and manages to retake that second position away from Hartley as he had to run the tighter inside line. And as you noted, that's giving Michael and Andrus an opportunity to bring 4th and 5th place closer to those front 3.
Yeah, this top 5 is closed up quite a bit.
Each spaced about a car and a half apart at this point. Edgar did get that fast repair. He's back out there on the track.
I see Robby got around David Clymer up into 6th position.
Nice job. Yeah. Really moving well. Do you think we saw some sandbagging during qualifying there?
It sure seems like he found some speed somewhere all of a sudden.
Yeah.
See another car with a lot of damage. It's Jason Menda. The nose of that car is kind of a mess. Not sure what happened there. And John Hill running in P10. Kevin Burrows 11th. Paul Barnett 12th. Edgar with that repair running in 13th. And back up front with the leader, Mike Dam. I see a little ripple on the back of Mike's car, like someone must give him a little nudge at some. I see just a little bit of scratches on the,
Yes,
the
you're
nose
right,
of the
you're
high
right.
cutter machine.
Little buff drafting.
They do that in real life in these cars. So. Those top three continuing to run super close together. And then Michael Borden has managed to pull out a little bit of a lead there over Andrus. Andrus is going to want to stay in that draft. I know Michael's trying to cling to that draft of the front three. If that gap gets much beyond about a second and a half, he's not going to have that pull. But if he can keep it within about a second and a half, then they'll be able to take advantage of a little bit of help down these straightaways to kind of draw back in as they get to the braking zone for one.
So last time Michael Borden was 1.7, he's 1.8, so he's right there, but he did drop about a tenth of a second on that last lap, even though he got clear of
Oh, and we had a
Slisson.
pass for the lead there as Highcotter taking over the lead with a nice braking into turn one. Nice clean pass. Am tucks in behind. We'll look for an opportunity. Still plenty of time left as we're not quite at the halfway point of this race. Working lap number 5 of what I think will be 12.
Now they're coming up on that lapped car of Edgar Sancinelli. Mike Dam keeping that bumper right up, tucked behind Brian Highcotter's machine.
Yeah.
It seems like they picked up the pace a little bit and they're actually starting to gap. That car running in 4th place.
It does. But you know who's not getting much of a lap is Robby Unser. Oh, as he gets the wheels off into the grass there a little bit, lets David Clymer slip back by into 6th place. And Robbie's going to kind of get that car turned around. You only got to be in the top 12 to make it into the next race, Robbie, so plenty of time to recover from that. Yeah, I think you're going to come back out in about 8th.
Bitch.
Up front, another lead change, but Dam had to run a little wide. That let Highcar get back underneath coming off of one. They'll be side by side now coming into this fast left-hander. This could be a little tricky. Oh, but they keep it on the track. Nicely done. Oh, and Mr. Hartley's going to go up, but then he backs it off.
It's not
Probably
quite
wise
3
not to
wide
take it
here.
3 wide there, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But they definitely are
bet on
showing you can go 2 wide all the way around the track.
No question.
Oh, looks like Dam got the advantage.
That battling is allowing Michael and Andrus to kind of stay in touch. In fact, the leaders ran 18.8s those prior runs, but so did Andrus, as he is pulled up behind Michael Borden now, who ran a 19.2 on the last lap. So he's still got a good battle there for 4th and 5th. Now, right now, Robby Unser, with that little bit of a mistake, has fallen back to 9th. But here's an interesting strategy point. That's the pole for the next race. So right now, Robbie's
I
sitting
don't want
at
to be
9th,
on the pole.
but that's the pole for our next race.
Mike Dam got a wiggle. Hartley was making
yes.
a move from 3rd to 1st. And Dam just got that little wiggle under braking and went off track, it looks like.
Yep, that's what it looks like. You're right. Small mistake there, and we got Robert Hartley out in front with Brian gonna chase him down on lap number 7. That's allowed Borden to move up into the 3rd spot. Dam still hanging on to 4th. We'll see if he has enough time to kind of climb back into that battle.
Yeah, I don't see any new damage on that car, and he is definitely still in the hunt in 4th. Hartley getting a little bit of a gap over Highcutter at this point. Highcutter should be able to use the draft here on the straightaway.
Yep.
In fact, he might be the perfect distance to get a run. Hartley definitely playing defense, taking that inside line.
Yep, for the braking, but Highcutter definitely having a little bit of help there with that draft, taking a wide line.
Oof.
Going to try to maintain that speed, and now he'll have the inside line for the next corner.
Oh, definitely not room for two.
A little. If there were doors, that was a little bit of a door touch there, but still, good clean racing between these two drivers. Well handled.
Fantastic job by both of them.
Borden looking for an opportunity to make it a three-way battle up there. He has kept his head down and really focused. Damn, pushing hard to try to catch back up to those front three.
Actually, I just looked. It looks like 15 minutes is up, so they might get the white flag this time by.
I think that includes sort of the pace, lap time as far as the elapsed time up there. So yep, we should have, we should have a couple more laps to go here. Yep, 4 more minutes of race time left.
Gotcha.
Oh, Edgar kind of getting out of the way there for the leaders. Didn't have to do that quite the hard way after running a little wide in turn one, but I'm sure that they appreciate that up front.
Here comes Hartley.
Driver's using all of the exit on that fast left-hander.
So now it seems that the car does not, speaking of momentum, carry enough momentum and draft to get a run before the line.
No, I think you'd have to be tucked right up behind the lead car to really have any shot at drafting around them. It's just not quite far enough to be able to take advantage of that.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, we see Robby.
Oh no, Robby.
Yep.
Gathering it back up though, get it back on the track.
That was it.
Still in the top 12 though, so not on the pole, but still in the top 12 for the next race.
The tires seem to have gone to crapola. Or my driving talent went to crapola. I don't know.
Kind of waiting that time. Make them move down into one. But making a little bit of a charge coming off of one. The fast left-hander one more time.
So dangerous to go too wide
Nicely
through there.
done. Wow.
Hartley with the nose ahead. Wow.
Into the
Very
hard braking
impressive.
zone, one of the slowest spots on the course right here.
What a great race. What a great race these two are putting on.
Absolutely.
A great show.
Running right at the top qualifying times too, with their lap times as they're battling out there. 18.7s.
Now you see Highcutter going to the inside playing defense.
Yes. Yep.
Hartley gets a good run, gets all the way clear. He's still going to have to leave room, too wide into one. Again. And Borden, he's right there.
Yeah, he can see this battle going on.
And here comes Mike Dam trying to get back into the mix in fourth. And David Clymer.
Highcutter making good use of that outside line around the fast left-hander and uses that momentum to get him ahead down into 4 and into this hard braking zone. Now lap number 11. Still green flag. This will be the white flag as they come by the start finish line this time with 40 seconds left in the race time. Right now, Kevin Burrows sitting in that 9th spot. He will be on the pole. Robby Unser sitting in 10th. There's the white flag. It is out for our leaders. Going to go door to door down into 1. Carter's got that inside line. That can allow Hartley to roll to the throttle a little earlier. No, he's standing right there. He's just off that quarter panel, moving up alongside. They'll have that inside track to the next corner, but if Highcutter can hang right in there, yeah, so tricky.
Wow.
Robert doing what he needed to do to run that nice clean inside line, but that did give Highcutter the opportunity to jump back ahead into the hard braking zone here for the left-hander. Right behind us, right behind them, Mike Dam going to try to take one more look here at Michael Borden. He's not going to be quite close enough, I think, to get it done by the finish line, but good 1, 2, and 3, 4 battle here. Our final lap, our first heat, and then we're going to invert the top 9 and our top 12 from this race. We'll move on to race number 2, another 15-minute Hotlap Humpday excitement here. Yep, not going to be enough. Nice run there by both of those drivers, and Highcutter getting it done with Hartley right behind him, and then Michael Borden, way to stay with it, coming home in 3rd on the podium, and Mike Dam recovering from his off track to finish 4th.
That was really, really exciting race to watch. Those two were just exchanging inside to outside, too wide, pretty much all the way around the track at times. That was just amazing.
Amazing race drivers. Our top 12 will go on to the next feature race with the top 9 being inverted. And I think, Kevin Burrows, that may mean you are going to be our pole sitter for this next race.
Is there a warm-up?
I believe so. Yeah, 5 minutes.
Yep, there'll be a 5-minute warm-up. There will be a 5-minute warm-up.
In fact,
really great job, drivers.
We're going to go ahead and take that break. Go ahead, Jeff.
And Robert Hartley and Michael Borden and Mike Dam finishing 3rd and 4th. David Clymer and João Antonio, way to work your way up there, João, all the way up to 6th. Andrus and John Hill, 7th and 8th. Kevin Burrows, 9th. Robby Unser is going to make it into our next race in 10th. Jason Menda and Paul Barnett. Those are the 12 drivers moving on to round number 2.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. Let Jeff cool his pipes. We know Robbie stepped away to probably, deal with the dogs. That's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go deal with my dog, check up on him, and we'll be right back, get this race kicked off in about 4 minutes. All right, we are back live again as well. Oh, and Robby even gets a camera because he's still in this thing.
Nice.
I can't believe it. I don't know what happened. I would have had a decent run if I hadn't have stepped all over my you-know-what.
Really? Yeah, I did.
I mean, I had 3 pretty bad screw-ups. They just weren't as bad as the other guys.
All right, we're transitioning over to heat number 2, and I believe the grid countdown will be a little shorter for this one, so hopefully you're back at your sim rigs and ready to go. But once again, drivers, just the same reminder as you get ready to go with this run. Of course, we got our grid inverted with our top 9 there at the front. Let's make sure we leave in, that little extra room for that accordion effect on that opening lap going down into 1 on the cold tires, the whole 9 yards. We want to give a great show to the folks who are watching and give all of you all an opportunity to compete for the full 12 laps of this race. Good luck, everybody.
Oh, shit. You're behind me, Brian?
All right, there.
Come on, you're inside, right?
Yep,
Okay,
just to your
good.
side.
I don't want to screw you
side
up.
by side.
All right, you're good. I was going to be like, tell me which way to go.
Pace car is rolling out.
Oh,
We've got
dude,
Kevin
you
Burrows
got-
and John G. Hill. And
So wait a
getting
second.
on
You're
that
back
side.
here, but you got a
lane.
long way to go now, dude. Are you and Hartley, right? We're 1 and 2 the last one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then this when we invert the fields like this, it does present a bit of a challenge, because now these guys not only have to have the pace, our top 3 and 4 from last race, but they're going to have to deal with some traffic.
All
the
of us
guys
idiots.
that are up front.
So
we're
is
not
Hartley
slow. They're
in
really
front of me,
competitive
dude,
lap
or in
times
front
to
of you?
even Be in
Front
this
of you.
top 12.
So he's the black and white car, whatever I'm looking at? Okay.
Correct.
And
Brian.
then Borden is going to be the 05? No. Brian's 05. Okay, I'm just back.
Yeah.
So heat number 2 as the cars work on the pace lap for second race here of our Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday Challenge here. Race number 1. Great battle. Our top 3, really the top 5 for about half the race were, all just a couple car lengths apart. But then as things kind of separated out, it came down to Brian and Hartley there. But we're going to see now as they have to work with some traffic, get back out into the front for race number 2. And we're going to be watching Robby here as, Robby started, I think, 13th or 14th that first race and moved himself all the way up to 6th at one point. So, really strong run there.
Yeah, and all the embarrassment of going back. Okay.
Actually, you're in a good spot. Just follow those guys ahead of you.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I'll see him for a lap. Then I won't.
Now they got a lot of traffic ahead of them, though. All right,
The
Kevin
pace car
Burrows.
ducks in. Kevin Burrows is not fooling around. He's like, get me out of here. I want to go. He's not waiting
No
for the
shit.
green. He is going. As soon as that pace car was out of the way, he's like, he who hesitates is lost. That was
Holy
not
crap.
Kevin Burrows on that start.
Yeah, I'm still picking my shorts up.
Ooh, David Clymer to the inside.
Oh, yes, quite a move. Oh. But a good clean start from all of our drivers. Really great job.
Michael Borden in that 42 car is currently running P4. Oh, Highcutter's all the way up to 5th. Clymer goes
Yes.
around.
Oh, yep, Clymer spins. The cold tires caught him out there in that fast left-hand corner. Burrows hangs on to the lead, but he's got Andrus coming up right behind him there in the braking zone for the hard left-hander. Oh, no, and it looks like it is
that Mike
Mr.
Dam?
Dam has run wide down there in turn 5, so he's going to have some work to do to try to move his way back up front now as cold tires may be catching him out a little bit.
Ooh, Hartley's got a lot of damage on the left front and the rear. Looks like someone might have got into the rear of him and sent him into the car ahead.
Highcutter slips around Borden, who went out for a little agricultural work there, and sets his sight on the top 3 as Highcutter starts 9th, Moved himself all the way up to 3rd place on the opening
In
lap.
one lap.
He did not waste any
Oh,
time
God.
there.
That's
Oh.
freaking impressive.
Hartley running 5th, so I think he started, 8th, and he's moved up to 5th. But like you said, we're going to see if that damage has any impact on his ability to move up through the field.
What's most amazing isn't just the positions Highcutter made, but if you look, he's in about the position of 3rd place that 3rd place was after turn 1 on the opening lap. So he basically halved the distance, or chopped it down to maybe even 30% of the distance of where he started. And here he is,
Absolutely.
closing in on those leaders and bringing 2 very fast drivers with him, in Michael Borden and Robert Hartley.
Yeah, Kevin has had a pretty clean, clear run up front, but now he's going to start to see some heat in the mirrors there, as Andrus has tucked up right behind him. Highcutter is about the same gap back there. And Michael and Robert looking to make this a 5-way race at the front of the field.
Oh, Slissons goes wide.
Oh no! Dam Hartley got into the back of Borden a little bit. Borden ran out into the sand. It kind of slowed him down as he eased it back into the track, and unfortunately, Dam getting caught up in that. He just sort of misjudged what his closing rate was going to be as Borden gathered it back up there in the sand trap.
Did you see
But in the
that
meantime,
move by
Mr.
Highcutter?
Highcutter, taking over the lead down into 1.
That was quite a move, splitting the
Split
lane.
them. Used every bit of that draft after Andrus ran wide and maybe couldn't quite get the momentum going off of the final corner across the start-finish line.
Another car off track, that's Paul Barnett. Was running 5th, I think he gave up a spot or 2 there. Now a little battle, Robby Unser and Joe Antonio going underneath John Hill.
Mike Dam is
Hartley's
fifth,
car
I think
is a
Barnett
mess.
sixth. Yeah, yep.
See a bit of damage on Menda's car. We saw that incident with him. Oh, up front. Burrows looking to the inside at turn 1 on Highcutter.
Yeah.
More than looking.
And that's giving Andrew some ideas there, looking to see how he might be able to get involved in that dance up front. Guys, side by side, this tricky, fast left-hander.
Highcutter carries that momentum off the
Andrews
wide
takes
line.
advantage, gets it set up to the outside, that runs a nice late apex. Oh, now we're going to go 3 wide. This does not look like good advice. Oh, yeah, and very wisely, Michael Borden kind of backs it out.
That was not going to work out.
No, that was not. That was a wise move. I was thinking for the longer race here. And now he goes back at Kevin once again.
Even at 2 wide, it's sort of sketchy.
Yep. A little touch there between Borden and Kevin, but Kevin, he says, I'm not ready to give up that podium position yet. He's fighting for that 3rd spot as Highcutter now tries to set sail and get away from Andrus for the next run down the front straight.
That was a lot of action into 1 lap there.
It was. Meanwhile, Mike Dam has recovered from his accident, although his car, I think, looked a little banged up there, but he is running 5th with Paul Barnett up to 6th now. Robbie's up to 7th, but he's got JL right behind him in 8th, and John Hill not far behind in 9th.
Oh, smoke up front. Oh, it's Burrows. Went around.
Yep, Burrows. Let's see here, as Michael Borden came in behind him. Oh, yeah, Burrows just dropped a wheel off. Got a little bit wide trying to set up the corner for turn number 1. Dropped a wheel off into the dirt. He recovers, gets that going again.
I think I heard someone else getting a little tire squeal there. Oh, that was Borden. Borden went around.
Yes, yes. Oh, Borden's trying to work it back onto the track there, ever so slippery there in the grass, but he gets it gathered back up and will resume just ahead of Robby Unser, who's running 7th. Will challenge Borden for 6th now. That means Kevin Burrows hanging on to 5th with Paul Barnett now all the way up to 4th. And Mike Dam finds himself back on the podium now in 3rd. Highcotter continues to lead, but he's pulling Andrus around this track.
Yeah, Andrus has proven to be a pretty patient driver.
Yes.
Use that draft and look for the right opportunity.
Both drivers running 1:18.7s that lap. A quick pace in front.
You can see Highcotter just using every inch of the track.
Yeah.
And then some, but just great driving line. Very consistent. Just a very, very...
Oh, and now a spin by Andrus. Oh, spin. I think he just got down there a little heavy on the brakes. Try to gather it back up. It's so tough in that dirt and on the grass. But Andrus is going to come back on in 3rd. Mike Dam now going to inherit 2nd place, and Highcotter maybe have an opportunity to take a breath there at the front of that field, as all those trying to keep up with him now have had little mistakes there, but at crucial points that have put them either running wide, a little bit off into the grass or into the dirt. And Mike Dam, even with some damage to the nose of that car, battling in 2nd. Andrus is going to be 3rd, and then a great battle here for 4th and 5th between Kevin and Paul.
Yeah, and they're just right behind Slissons after recovering.
Yes.
Now running in 3rd. But yeah.
Robbie's got a challenge coming down into 1.
That's Joe Antonio in the 31 Mission. Robby fighting back on the inside.
Yes, look at that. Out to that fast left-hand sweeper. Robby goes for a good run off the corner. Tucks up right behind him. Oh, he's gonna wait. He's gonna wait. He was tempted. Down to the braking zone, but we're only on lap 7. We got a good 5 more laps to go for these drivers, so plenty of time for Robby to be thinking about some strategy going down into turn 1. Kevin Burrows, who started off on the pole for this race number 2 after finishing 9th, still hanging on a solid 4th place run for him at the moment. Has put a little bit of distance on Paul Barnett, but maybe not so much that Paul can't draft up behind him going down into 1. Andrus running 3rd at the moment, Mike Dam 2nd, and Brian Highcotter out front. Now Mike Dam's last lap was an 18.7 to Highcotter's 18.8, so he closed up a 10th, but still trails quite a bit more than that, so he's got some work to do. About 5 seconds back, and not enough laps to only gain a 10th at a time.
No, it's going to take more like a second at a time, but you know, it's always tough running all alone. You know, running, you know, you try to take it down a notch and it just kind of screws up all your timing sometimes.
Well, that, you have to listen to these 2 idiots yammering in your ear the entire time. That could be a big distraction.
No.
You know, when they start talking about leaders curse and
right. On the cover of Sports Illustrated or you know.
Oh.
Well, meanwhile, the closest place that we have a good race going on here is for 4th, 5th, and 6th. These 2 drivers separated by just about a half of a second apiece there, so real close between Kevin, Paul, and Michael Borden.
And Borden's been so extremely fast, but he's had a few moments, so he being the tailing of the 3 drivers. In fact, there he goes, making a move.
Is he going to get greedy? Is he going to look for both spots? He is. He's going to go down there on the inside of 1, trying to get both. A little bit of lockup on that rear tire, but really recovers well, gets off the corner well. Can Kevin fight him off as they get around here for the fast left-hander? So precarious. Not ending up out into the sand on the right side. No, they execute that well. Gordon still got the nose ahead.
That's Paul there in the other red car, I believe, right?
Yeah, he's looking real close at Kevin, looking for any opportunity. Oh, a little bit of a lockup there from Michael, and that's going to give Kevin a chance to kind of sneak up in there. Paul's going to look inside now. Appreciating the racecraft of all three of these drivers.
A lot of respect from them. A lot of room being given.
As we finish up lap number 9 here, so 3 more, I believe. Mike Dam running a little wide that final corner.
You're good, dude.
Highcutter continuing to lead his last lap there. An 18.9 to Dam's 19.0. Oh, the Dam spins it. He drops a left side wheel off, trying to set up that right-hander. And let's see if that's going to cost him second place. No, because Andrus also running wide down into turn 1. So a little bit late here, maybe a lot of dirt getting built up onto the track. And this is going to give Michael Borden a chance to get onto the podium as he's going to get up there and challenge Andrus. Oh, and a little bit of a touch.
There,
those two drivers go wide. Andrus ran wide off that corner into the grass. Michael gets shoved a little wide there, and that gives Kevin and Paul the opportunity to slip by. So some drama there. Battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
No, it was on me.
I finally got that 18.6.
Oh, nice. Oh, still a great battle going back here with Paul and Michael and Kevin. Those guys have been battling all race, and it continues as Michael tries once again to see if he can move himself up back into the podium spot, and he does, going down into 1.
Michael is getting an absolutely amazing run off that final corner, and you saw that time he was able to just kind of carry a bunch of speed super wide and never really let up, and just kind of ran right around Paul right off the exit of the corner.
It looked like it, that's right. These guys really fighting for that final podium spot. Mike Dam was able to recover from his spin down into 1. Now clearly too far back to be able to have anything for Highcutter, but the battle behind him. Oh no, and we've had another Mr. Borden running off track there. Take a look. Yeah, kind of did it on his own. Just gets the left rear wheel locked up. That brings him around, and once again lets Kevin and Paul slip by. So now that will be the battle for 3rd, as I believe we're going to get the white flag here shortly. Let's see. We got just a few seconds left. I think Brian had enough pace here to stretch this out an additional lap.
We're getting the white now.
He's working lap number 12. The white flag is not out, so we're going to be 13 laps this race.
I'm showing it out for me.
I'm out.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah, I've got the white flag.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. So this is the final lap, and you can
This is the final lap. Okay.
Highcutter with a pretty substantial 10.4
about a 10-second lead there.
Yeah. Mike Dam did a great job of...
Yeah, he did. He recovered from that early incident, and I think his car still isn't perfect. It looks like it's a handful, but he's trying to bring it home.
It's very
twitchy.
no,
and then Kevin Burrows off. He was in 3rd, but Paul Brown gets underneath him there at the hard hairpin, as just a little bit of a mistake there from Kevin as he runs a little too wide, gets off into the dirt.
Great drive and great recovery by Paul Barnett. He was all the way up and then all the way down, and now going to be back in 3rd if he can hang on to this. And let's see, coming to the line or across the line is Brian Highcutter winning the event. Amazing run by Brian
Nice
Highcutter.
job.
Mike Dam finishing in 2nd. Barnett brings it home in that 3rd spot.
In
Burrows Kind of a rough day with the 4th place finish there.
Yeah, he worked hard for that 4th, but still a solid performance after starting on the pole. Andrus finishing 5th after starting 3rd. Michael Borden, man, he was up and down through the field several times. And Robby Unser from 10th to 7th. Nice run, Robbie.
Yeah, Robbie.
Good win, Brian.
Finally didn't crash.
Yeah, you did a lot better than that.
Racing, guys, great job. That 3rd place podium spot was hard fought for.
That was cool. That was fun to watch. Because that's my favorite thing to do is watch.
Who's the 45 car?
45 is Jason Menda.
Okay, that's just jacked up.
Yeah, he had an incident on one of the early laps, like lap 2.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
That
good
was
job, dude. From the back to the front. Excellent job.
A lot of back and forth, a lot of strategy with drafting or going for the move, and cars are crazy loose mid-corner.
Yeah.
Pretty intense.
Or when I know I'm going to go too wide, do I want to be on this side or that side?
Yeah.
Because inevitably we will be too wide.
Yeah. Yeah, even I had some good racing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
See, it is a fun car after all.
Well, I'm not going to go that far, but
It's one of those cars that's fun to race other people, not so much fun to drive on your own, I think.
Yeah.
It's still twitchy. It's got, I mean, to me, you're there and then you've got no feel when it's going to go.
Yeah.
So I still have a hard time getting next to somebody because I don't feel confident that my car is going to do what I think it's going to do, if that makes sense.
Way to go, Paul. I keep pointing. I forget. This is the camera today. Oh, I'm not. I have my camera turned off. There we go. Hey, Paul. Well done, Paul. You had a real exciting final event there. We were saying you were all the way up, all the way down, and in the end, clawed your way back to 3rd with some good consistency in the end. And Brian Highcar, you see this number 5 car, the carbon car with the red, white, and blue, and amazing, spectacular day.
Great
all day
drive.
from start to finish.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, no question.
Yeah, the first lap, I tried to find you, and I come around, and it's like you're 3rd, and I'm like, where the you were seriously in another country, like, by the time I turned around.
In turn 1, the inside lane had a big advantage. I think I picked up 2 or 3.
Yeah, I saw that,
Just
and I
being
got
on the
kinda,
inside there.
And the outside lane was getting that wiggle. That's what happened to Mike. I want to see. So I want to go back. We're gonna watch this start of the race by Hike Cotter, because this had to have been amazing. All right, so just right there with everyone else. Nothing amazing, but he did get a. Oh, there's a bump right off the bat. Little bump draft. Making sure they get ahead of Hartley on the inside. I got loud because my camera view's real loud. And you
were 5th out of turn 1.
just sticking that inside line. The outside line just had to check up, and they never got their momentum back.
Yeah.
Nope.
I guess that's what we were talking about earlier. Oh, there goes Climber. Just giving spots away. So but I guess right there was a great example when we were earlier talking about momentum, and I was actually being sarcastic to just sort of make fun of slow cars. But this outside lane, these guys on the outside on cold tires checked up a bit, and then it all just kind of came to a halt. Oh, I see what happened. That in fact has caused a few of the ripples happen there in the beginning. You see the 45 got into the back of Hartley. Hartley got in the back of Dam.
Right.
But
Well, and they and then 2 other guys just handed it to him. Just went off. So it was give me a part. You just went in the right direction.
Yeah.
Right place, right time.
Yeah, you went the right direction. If you can stick it off a 1 and hold it tight, I feel like it's faster just because you don't go the distance, but that corner. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna spin out every corner with this car every lap.
That's how I was feeling.
It just feels so twitchy and so like I need a shower. I did something dirty. And I have to go to confetti.
So then Borden made a mistake right there. There it was. And that puts Heitkotter up to 3rd place.
Yeah.
By the end of the first lap. And 3/4 of it was just keeping his nose down, head down, and going strong, and then everyone else just sort of it was cold tires. This car's a nightmare on cold tires. Brian just stayed within the tires real well. And now they're battling into turn 1. And now you're on that outside line carrying a lot of speed off of turn 1. Yeah, really nice, Brian. Well done.
Thank you.
So, all right, I think my shoulder has had enough of sitting here for the night. So,
Yes.
I think on my end, I'll start bringing things to a close. Starting with Jeff. Jeff, thank you. Thank you for filling
my
in.
pleasure.
If you weren't here, it'd be oh so quiet without you. So I really appreciate Kevin not being here. You're always welcome to come back. And even if Kevin's here taking up the mic, you always come out and drive too.
Absolutely. It was a fun one tonight.
And Brian, once again, congratulations to you and thanks for coming out. We'll work on next month, since you're going to be a regular, we're going to work on getting a camera for Brian up on the stream. So we'll look forward to that in the next edition of Hotlap Humpday. Hopefully, see, my dog came to bother me even. Robbie, great job, buddy. In the final, and then even made the main event, and then even clawed your way past quite a few guys. So really, really good job there. John Hill, good job, John Hill. Well, good job making the event and being there. He said, always fun to go from second to last. It was rough. It was rough out there. Andrew's saying it was his worst Hotlap Humpday driving. 4 spins. Very disappointed with himself. Tough car. Again, this is a tough car when you've got the tires heated. It does some twitchy things. And 1 extra ounce of pressure on the brake pedal, and you got a 50-50 chance of going around. So I don't know if 4 spins is really, really that bad. Especially being that we just jumped into the car. I think it's one of those cars, when you get the handling down and you get comfortable in it, drive it week after week, it becomes a little simpler, but it's actually a really twerky little car. So anyway, Robbie, thank you. Frank, are you here?
I am here, yes.
There's Frank of Ricmotech. Frank, thanks again for hosting this event for us. And
yeah, of course.
Definitely one of my favorite things. Always looking forward to it. Anybody ever wants to be here, it's the 3rd Wednesday of every month. Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday. And you saw the video earlier, but this is actually the other video. This is Ricmotech's home base there in the Miami area, where you can test out a variety of different rigs. And I know we're still being a little isolated in our world, but I believe if you make an appointment, I think Frank will probably take care of you. So if you're interested in here and you're in the area, just contact them. And more importantly, if you are looking for some high-end sim gear, Ricmotech is a place to check it out. I'm running a Ricmotech wheel and Ricmotech pedals sitting here in my rig right now. I wish I could have made them look better today, though. But it wasn't their fault. That was all Shaun. Anyway, again, thank you, Frank. Thank you very much for hosting this. And I'll be looking forward to the next one. And now, before I start coughing, I'm going to really quickly bring this one to a close. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you all for being here, whether you're on track or just watching. It was a pleasure doing it. This is the Simpit. I'm Shaun Cole, and I'll see you on the track.